with the keys to the kingdom is certainly a big deal, and it's great to see that he's really relishing in that opportunity. As we said, coming into this game, there was never a question whether or not BlameF had the ability. He just didn't have the end results yet, and it feels like finally the pieces are there for Astralis.
Certainly been ruling with an iron fist.
Most definitely.
And talking of legends of the game, we've got Exist standing right behind Heroic, already picked up a trophy, a major trophy here in Cologne as well, all the way back in 2014. So legends on both sides of the server, and so much experience spread across these 10 players and more.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to think about it. I mean, if you were here back in 2015, which, Hugo, you were, Cadian was an analyst.
Yeah.
Right?
He was on the desk.
He was on the desk.
Reformed, not just for BlameF then. Back in the server and couldn't be happier. I know every talent member we have that has once played at a pro level misses it deeply.
I think you've got to, for these exact moments, right? I don't think there's anything quite like being out on a stage in front of thousands of people and having to compete at the top 1% of 1% of Counter-Strike players in the world. We've got a couple of Device fans in attendance.
More than a couple. And a couple on the mic maybe as well, but thank you for your patience, folks. We kept you waiting, but that's only to increase the intensity, the excitement, and I have a feeling we'll be getting back into things very shortly.
I hope so, damn.
All right then, tech pause coming to a close. We're all here to watch some Counter-Strike, aren't we? So let's go!
What a buy for Heroic. They've gone straight in, off the back of the pause, off of the break. No comms, no time to chat it. Heroic have to hit hard coming into this site. And look who we're up against after
Device,
three in the pistol with
my
no
God.
helmet. He's gone balls to the wall.
You're not gonna go over?
Device.
This
There
is
he
wild.
goes,
Device bringing out the AWP in round 2 of the game, and he is in the position to take control of this early on for Astralis. What's Device gonna bring to the table? They learn about it now. You don't expect that AWP to be in play right here. But Device is doing it different, built different, and a second kill from that AWP. His teammates fall around him, but Device remains immovable, held back by utility.
Stare?
Stare might look to make a play here. Here's that plant coming in,
Really?
but his teammate
Okay.
Borup still
He
a
actually
little
got it
ways
down.
away. Right now, Astralis are taking this low and slow. They don't want to give this AWP away either, and Device will not. 3 in the round so far, and with Stare winning that one, it's left to Shush. Low HP and shut down in the donut.
Ridiculous.
Device delivers. Back-to-back 3K rounds to open up his
called
run in Cologne.
Like Device sitting there? Yep.
This is
that
a
was it.
rebellious rivalry, all right, and Device coming in swinging off of the first 2 rounds of the game. A statement to Heroic. They've got to be just a little bit trembly. Surely won't be reinforcing there. Bomb plant down, pistols and armor, hero AK, and Heroic, they need a hero right now. Because Astralis have exactly what we said they need, the momentum in their back pocket. A strong start to get these younger players enthused.
This is a very Cadian call from the Heroic side. Even though they don't find success in that force buy, they put a bit of money in here. They put a hero AK out in the hands of Shush. The bomb plant has allowed for that to come through. And so this is a classic Heroic moment. They want to try and vie for that early control of this game. But it's not panned out. Cadian's already dead.
It's a huge gap. Shush has
He's
found it. He's walked all the way through.
He's
Time
gotta
to
know he's by
miss.
himself.
Device didn't want to sit here and wait forever in the same position, and that has given a platform, and Heroic have taken it.
You're not gonna move up.
Walk the walk. But do they talk the talk? Bombs coming in as well. 2 players trapped. And while Astralis don't know, they've got them boxed in. They're about to find out.
BlameF with the backstab. Oh dear,
Wow,
Yami's
wow,
hung
wow.
out to dry, and there's no trade in sight from Stown. He's going to get pressured from the other side. Stare gets rid of him in this little force buy.
Love that.
Going to struggle to work out. Shush was the guy entrusted with this hero gun. He's got to stand and deliver now. Bomb plant in for Tessez. Money problems dealt with for Heroic. But they want more out of this round, and with Shush still controlling the spawn, there is a chance. How much further can he take it? Device says
man.
no more! And so that hero gun is quickly forgotten about.
Yeah. Quickly forgotten about is
This
one
is
way
a
to put
very
it. Yeah.
confident display from Astralis, and even Heroic. I mean, they had the red carpet rolled out on that A site. They took some serious time to get the bomb back in position, even when the players were being hunted back at B and Cave. Heroic.
That's probably about a $5,000-$6,000 camera.
Orps out for Cadian, all the trimmings, and a chance to dance with a dangerous Astralis right now, who are thoroughly enjoying their time on the stage.
Just figure
this is where it's going to get interesting. Cadian's bought out that orb.
Sony XD.
He's someone that we have to keep an eye on here on this playoff run for Heroic.
FS5 or 6 or something. Them are like 10,000.
And so if he starts strong, that's going to flow through Heroic and juice them
Well, you could probably get a
this series.
XD cam Sony FS5 for like 8,000 now, 7 or 8.
Keeps it composed towards the lane, spams, nades. Already Heroic battered and bruised at the beginning of this round, but it's still a default. They wait for a mistake. Does Device go one step too far, or is it just far enough?
I mean, Device is playing with confidence right now. That much has been obvious from the start of this game. Open with 3 in the second round with an AWP. This is a guy.
Device and Blame right there.
By the numbers, he's playing.
Well,
with the belief that he can behind him.
And he will. But will this fake draw Astralis back as Shush?
Oh, Javi can't see around that. Never mind.
He hopes for contact. He's going to get it. Buzz back in Temple. Just checking the boost, Buzz on an off angle, and it seems like Astralis might be proactive. They might move through. Still 3 strong on B. No one rotating out, and Heroic don't like how this has started. That's a bomb spotted. The map gives massive info over to Astralis. They don't have to move a muscle.
They know they've got everyone in the right place, and they're still coming in with aggression. But
why?
Cadian and Yabi, they will answer. Blame Air flashed off the angle.
All right.
Has to concede a bit of control over the site, but he's still here, stuck out on an island, and that's the bomb.
Give your position away.
From Heroic.
That's all you're doing.
The alarm
Wow.
bells are going off. They've got to recover this now. Times are missing.
I know it's 16 seconds, but damn.
That bomb over. Heroic have got a chance at the plant, but that molly forces a fight. And Cadian, how are you meant to win this? Running out of time.
That's it. Just stay alive, I guess.
One more shot out of Cadian, but there physically isn't time.
Nope.
That would have been a nightmare for Astralis. A classic Cadian clutch, but he can't come through in time.
What's up, buddy?
Beautiful shots that all
come and watch some CS with me.
But Astralis steal it away again, and that is off the back of a full B stack where Heroic get 2 entries. Blame does a great job of staying composed. He's full blind, trapped between 2 Molotovs, still gets up, drops the bomb on the cross, and buys time for Astralis to get in. Very, very close round.
I don't know, if I were them, I would have tried to pinch.
Timeouts early. They need Exist. They need.
Let me turn this down a little bit.
I mean, Exist is a very calm outside
it's up high enough
to bring into this, right? And you can
I don't know. I would have tried to pinch right there.
Heading into this round, they can feel that Astralis have come into this. Displaying
I really think they could have had it if they would have pinched instead of just rushing up.
If you're Heroic, I will
That's
say
just me.
Cadian was on his way to a clutch there.
I mean, because sometimes I get rushing at everything, depth of field, everything. You can either cut through, but you're also getting a chance of getting cut down is exponentially higher.
In Katowice, Cadian was the one guy who stepped
up.
It was the other players,
everybody's just getting it off.
That went cold when we needed them. So Cadian, capable in the clutch as he's once been known.
Interesting. Okay, so they're just going mid A.
No chance. Device. Different round, different position. Back behind the smoke they walk through.
I'm about to have to turn this overhead off.
Device has just been so heads
just
up.
The glare.
So many of these moments, even now.
Ooh, something's about to happen. I'm about to sneeze. Something big. Oh, went away. Never mind. Wipe that.
Oh, it's very aggressive. Device goes walking in.
Why? I mean, yeah, it's Device. Yeah. It's the first name I said too as soon as I turned this on. Like, oh, there he is.
In the meantime, so this one's so quickly gotten out of hand.
I was rushing around just trying to get in.
Over towards A. Cadian is so
I could sit down and enjoy this.
Yabi's going to try and have some impact. Cadian's waiting till later in the round to make a move, and as he goes out middle, Borup will present himself into the crosshair. This game has been dominated by the AWPs to open, and Device looks to keep it that way. Missed shot out of the AWP, and Yabi living on borrowed time. But there's Cadian, saving grace from main. Left to Blame F. holding for this swing, and Yabi might be about to give it to him. Smoke down instead, so BlameF does not get the fight he's waiting for.
I might just say, right, money's not great here, even though Astralis have taken 4 rounds in a row. They came down to 1v1s in the last. Looking for anything to get his hands on here. See if an opportunity is presented. The flank on flank. Cadian's going around the world. A backstab for Blame. He tucks in his hidey hole. Will Cadian clear this corner? Doesn't look like it, and that's a free order.
That man went flying.
Blame might just skedaddle out of the bomb site. But Yabi can give him a parting gift.
I mean, he's, yeah.
No temptation. And an AWP on either side. It will be Heroic on the board.
It's fantastic how
nice job.
Focused this has been to open up, right? These are kind of the 2 big names on either side clashing a hell of a lot to open this one up. And it is just going to be an all-in brawl to see who can outperform the other. Will it be
How drunk was that dude?
Lead his team 2 victories in these arenas. He
may look like he was wasted.
To step up and
what time is it there?
A lot of these playoff runs, and on the other side is Device
I don't know. I think we got different start times. Because they're where? Germany?
Who's the guy
or
who's
where?
Supposed to be the star?
I forgot.
It's down 0-5 right now. Hasn't graced our server with a kill yet.
Cologne?
But we've seen this
is that what
before.
this is?
Hoping not to see it again tonight. A very clear rating dip when this guy enters
Heroic and Astralis, man.
The Heroic have talked about.
I'm about to go get a coffee while they're on break. Not break, but in between.
And no more pressure. Like the best team in Denmark facing Astralis on the
I'm gonna go do that. I got time.
Yeah, I mean, to that end, you feel like this is one where Heroic finally do have that experience edge, right? Astralis, as mentioned, they've gone through the revamp. They've gone through a hell of a lot of changes. When Device shows up to Bracken, he looks down the line. He's not greeted by the faces of that golden generation of Astralis players anymore. It's a lot of youngsters. It's a lot of fresh blood. And so if Astralis can bring the heat today, that calls a lot into question about these playoff runs for Heroic. You know, when is it going to be enough experience?
Well, Heroic are trying to draw this blood right now. We've got pistols on the B-bomb site. A huge opening opportunity for Heroic, and they will go through the smoke. Fearless is Yabi, and for the right reason. Stare hits a D, but he will stare down the flash, and Yabi finds him on the trade. Heroic are broken in.
Oh, there's the reply from Cadian Zorp, and that's going to open up the plant over here in B, even though Buzz is still floating around here. Shouldn't be much left in this for Astralis. He starts to make a play through the smoke, just walks it on a feeling. Been rewarded with a little bit of space, but it looks like Device is already out of there, and so Astralis are going to write this one off. That's now Heroic coming through with 2 rounds in a row, starting to find their footing in this matchup.
Yeah, timeout was a necessity, and it's definitely paid off. A slow default round for Heroic, where they're able to mid-round in a 2-on-2 and let Cadian play that bomb and T-spawn and just reset, and now they just go for a B-pop up against pistols. Nice to see Heroic have the confidence to still go through with the initial play off the back of that smoke coming down. Would have been easy to cool it off. Heroic commit, and it does them right. 2 rounds on this T side.
They're breathing a sigh of relief right now. This feeling that they once had, that Astralis came into this firing on all cylinders, and that Heroic were going to be a little bit slow to start, now looks to break away. Now Heroic look to get back into this game. With the money gone for Astralis, this is where Heroic are going to look towards a more even scoreline.
I think it looks better without that overhead.
This AWP and M will be very active if Astralis want to make a dent in this, but Heroic already look to stay grouped. They missed their insta window. It's not the end of the world. They are going for an A-pop. Yabi's making his move. Device hears the steps inside of the donut. He's going to run round.
I was about to grab me a beer. Got me a coffee and a Zoa instead.
From Spawn, lends its hand, and Device pressured, but that shot
Yo, I never had
misses.
these.
And now Yabi with the backstab, he saves the day with that kill there. If BlameF is able to go back,
I got like 46 flavors in there.
That AWP involved. This could be a whole different story.
And I love this reset. They know the rifle's back down in Spawn as well. Yabi's just going to patrol. He's just going to hold on.
If they start kicking off and just wiping each other out, I'm seriously going to get me a Mickey Ultra.
Smoke's going to start to fade. One more.
I ain't got nothing to do today. It's Friday.
There sits behind it, waiting for his opportunity to strike. That
Nothing left to do today.
And shots rallying through should give Heroic the confidence to stick that bomb. We're on to a 3rd round.
Come on, stairs.
For the T side.
That was a great game, by the way.
I mean, you have
Scary.
a feeling of relief at the end of that one. You run into the
It's in the
M4 and
Amnesia
AWP.
universe,
Both the guns
if I
found
remember
themselves
right.
over towards A. Astralis had them in the right place, but
I should reinstall the penumbras. I got
one kill out of Stair.
all of them, I think.
May as well give this a look in, right? Only got the USP.
It's been a while.
Go see if you can get a gun out of the round.
Ooh, this is going to be expensive.
Yep.
Kaden has to hit this, but he's caught off guard.
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah. I doubt this. I doubt this.
They will hold resounding consequence.
Yeah.
Fools, and Stown goes
He didn't even check.
Will as well.
Dude, you gotta
right now.
at least do a quick
Protect
flick,
the
man.
package. And Heroic will.
Dude, that was on him.
Oh, well, that's lovely.
Gotta love that.
Thank you.
I feel warm.
Ain't heard that since 1988.
It's crazy just how much of this has been so all focused.
A little different, but
these
yeah.
are still the same being saved forward from when they first got bought out in the game. Both teams shockingly aware of the impact that that's going to carry.
That was just comedic, how they all just...
Astralis this time. Looking to send Device a little further afield. He started a lot of these rounds over in
That was already 4 shots off rip. 5.
Over towards B. In the meantime, though, Heroic
6.
are going fast out main. They just run back one of these fast A plays. The util's only just raining over the top.
He got 5 shots off right there.
There's that AWP.
Too low. I think that went right between his legs.
They're not able to trade him, and that's going to leave Heroic.
I don't know why his reticle was that low.
Bomb down. It's going to fall to Cadian and Tessez.
Dude, you got, I was going to say, even he can raise it. Right there, I'd raise it. That's too low, bro.
This is a nice little buddy system over towards Temple. But he
See?
just leaves the angle, so Tessez
Even if he'd have went, he had too high of a chance of it going between his legs. Because when you jump, these models, your right leg comes up a little bit, and it gives you that little opportunity to kind of hop the round.
Find another for Astralis, and they stop this heroic streak in its tracks.
It's incredible. The synergy we're seeing
This
from
guy.
Astralis with such a new team is
And you
very
have
respectable.
no
I love
attention
how Blaze
span.
Using his pieces, his young players,
This dude
his
standing up,
fearless young
gambling,
men
and going
to
nuts.
send
He
him in
thinks
for
he's
these
snapping, having a
big
good
bombs.
time.
Stair has
Nah,
been
that's
harassing
that dude's got a
Heroic
problem.
on B lane this entire game. And again,
Pay
as
attention, or
Heroic
else you
run
got-
that quick A play that they've
Anyway.
been going back to time and time again. Astralis essentially start the round 5 on
Anyway,
4.
that's
They
why
move
he's in the
line,
crowd and they're on the
play a nice
stage.
slow retake together. Combined with the fact that Device is alive.
Focus and priorities, yo.
kicking, we've certainly got a match on our hands. Boost up is nice though. If Flame goes climbing,
He's going to slip.
down. Flash, but Flame is in no hurry. It's the peek from B that
Told you.
almost gets punished. Almost won't cut it. And Heroic, relentless in this call. They go back to what has and has not worked.
This time they've at least pressured middle.
Gonna turn me up in the headphones for the one time. There we go.
From the A play. It's only Buzz here.
I'm trying to hear that.
Just a
Hear the
reset,
crowd.
Get a kill, he can dip back. He's pretty committed on top of this position, but it's a nice off angle, and I don't think he
I can't be like, here we go.
Also should be posting up
So
CT
here we
and
go.
covering rotations. They boost
Why am I?
him. But even
Why would I
Buzz
do
is
that? I just put my
safe
ear
for
up to the
now.
mic. Like that's gonna
Just
help.
gonna leave the angle as the util rains out. He doesn't want to get caught.
Bump the angle.
Tries to get flashed through by Blame F, but in doing so, it's armed Heroic. Now that plant looks to come in.
Backstab.
Damn,
There's
4.
the backstabber Yabi, and it's complemented by Tessez getting aggressive.
I don't know what it is. I cannot. I like how the M4s look, but I hate them. Silenced or not, or suppressed or not, whatever.
He's got to run for the
It's a little
hills.
hot.
He's got to respect Heroic here.
I like the
There's been a lot of respect in
FAMAS.
this game, but Heroic is starting to push the
Of course,
envelope,
AK,
right,
everybody likes that,
with these
but I like the
consistent
FAMAS.
A plays. Now they're hunting the gun as well. Stair's going to have to fight for his life. And it won't last long, not with this backstab. 2 quick kills out of Stair is nice.
I don't know if I'd have dipped
The
on
last
that
thing you're expecting
first
is
one.
shush. Oh, an AWP, you say? Thank you very much.
Now, I get why, but I don't know if that was a
I'm
good
very
idea.
impressed with what Stair has brought to the table thus far for Astralis, right? Because you talk about this Astralis squad, you really
I love
end
that
up honing in
effect.
on Blame F and Device, but when Stair was
Production
brought in,
value
this
is
guy is meant
just
to be the next hot prospect out in
top
Denmark.
tier.
This guy's meant to be the next X factor that wins you games, that wins you trophies.
And little known
we never
fact,
really got to see
this
that
is what I
throughout his
went
career so
to
far.
college
But
for.
here in front of the stage,
Production.
these are the moments that make or break whether or not you are that X factor player. And I've got to say, he's putting a
Proud
real
Full Sail
strong
alone,
case
man. I
forward to
loved
open
it.
up this game.
And the shocking
So if anybody knows like NXT, WWE, stuff like that, where they filmed that, that's where I went to college at. Went back after 16 years, you know, so don't ever let anybody, like these guys, you know how many people probably said, do something else. You can't do this. This isn't a career. Blah, 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 blah. And look where they're sitting, and look where the people that are saying that are sitting.
A very tense game to start off Ancient.
You know, priorities are important, but don't ever let somebody tell you what you're doing won't work.
In these last 3 months.
It won't work for them. They might not see it, but then other people will see it, but they'll still say shit like that just to keep you where you are. They want to keep you, that's a friend typically. You know, follow you like a family member, one or the other. Don't listen to people. Don't. Respect them. Be kind. You know, I respect your opinion, but I believe in myself, and this is what I'm going to do. Not what I want to do. Not what I'm going to try to do. This is what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? How else you become a champion? You know, they're saying, I will be a champion. Alright, let me get back on this.
Re-smoke at top red will give them full control.
I don't even know where that all came from.
The guns to fight this back. Still
probably, you know, what I consider missed opportunities, but then it hit me one day. I'm like, it's only a missed opportunity if you never try, you never go for it. You know, if you never lose and say, I'm not going to keep losing, I'm going to get better, I'm going to win, I'm going to be the one, I'm going to be on the team, you know.
Yeah, be very low. They swap positions.
No, well, I'll try again. No, we're going to do this. You know, run it back, play another one, you know.
Nearly awkward for Stare.
I even got a post-it note right here off camera that says focus.
Stare is rising to this challenge right now, topping the charts alongside Device.
What was that from, what is that, Fathead?
Heroic reply with another one of these timeouts. I gotta say,
you know what that was called? The wall sticker thing?
In the group stage, we had that matchup versus Ents. It felt like whenever Heroic were keen to take these pauses, Exist would impart wisdom. It feels like they have a tremendous ability to bounce back on the back of a pause. I think Exist and Cadian have a good working relationship there, good at getting extra mileage in these high pressure rounds.
Yeah, Cadian's been talking him up even in the round table. We chatted about it the other day. The guy who's underspoke about
tactical timeout
is what Cadian
characterizes
Exist as, and certainly if Heroic can win this game, if they can make a run here in Cologne, that would be a testament to the work that's being put in behind the scenes and on the stage today.
All right, go on, lad.
My man's hardcore. There it is.
Put it on the snake.
All right.
Do it, son.
It's a bit of a broken bye, but Heroic sometimes do their best work with these.
Yeah, I mean, these are the rounds where they feel really free, right? They take a few more risks. They really try to set up.
This is what I'm trying for. I'm starting to play more.
Shush on the AK. They're going to do a lot of gimmicks to try and get them involved. And Cadian, you don't
you shush.
His first fight, but Stare will.
He saw him on the jiggle. He got cocky. He went back for more. Welcome to the big stage, Stare. He stares death in the face as Heroic now have been given a platform into B. They want it. Astralis realize this is the most likely option.
I think one tactic or strategy they need to employ upon them is staggering.
Still waiting behind the doors. They're going to get the spot. Astralis can block this with a Molotov, but they want to fight for it.
Because they're stacking CT side. They need to learn how to stagger.
Still pretty measured here. Aren't looking.
They probably don't even know what that is.
That aggression, and maybe that's for the better. As Blame F lies in wait over towards B. Device
that's not a knock. I don't mean it that way.
Through middle, this AWP might be in the right place at the right time. Device gets that bomb
right in the sternum.
Do they really chase him?
Going into Device. Going into.
So he's definitely going for sure things.
And now with Blame F even starting to apply pressure, Heroic are getting over in middle. On either side, Astralis to box them in. Cadian's patience is rewarded. Kill found, and that's opened up the route to the A play. Blame F just a couple of seconds.
That's one of them ones, if you don't know, make you jump.
Changing his tune and going
make you do
back
one of these.
Main. Blame F wants to keep them guessing.
Oh, he made steps. But he's trying to fake them out. I don't think they even heard it. He's trying to really play with the hearts and minds of Heroic, and they
just right in front of his line of sight. That's why I was
down with his eyes on. Playing with no kit,
dude,
clock.
communicate.
Even considering this, it doesn't look like it.
Like I see past my line of sight, dip your head, duck, and then come right back up.
He sent his merry men all the way down B with the kids, so this will just be the save for Blame. Incredible patience for Cadian as well, to know you have Device locked in there, and to wait down to the 20-second mark. Device, the one to make the mistake in this round, and it gives Heroic a fifth. Blame could get the kills at the end, but one more check will be needed. He'll hear it.
Oh, he knows they're there. Removes one of the guns, but not that AWP, and so Cadian is the one to close.
It's got to be happy
4
with that.
from his AWP. Astralis now back to the drawing board.
Damn.
The money is gone.
NFT was a mistake. Hi, Mom.
Looks like they are. This is such a wild
What'd that say?
Astralis, but they throw it all on the line. M4 entrusted with Device.
Was that dude trying to get money?
Gonna take it over towards middle. I've seen some crazy stuff.
I think it was a fan in the crowd with a GoFundMe or something. Fund my way to the next tournament.
Now. Tess says
I want no.
Into mid.
Heroic have moved away from their insta-pops, right? Their A main rushes, their quick mid takes, they're being a little more slow towards his B bomb side. But Tess says this is a 50-50, and he's not going to check.
It's like one of the most gratifying things. Like,
he clears it out completely, Buzz.
if you got teammates going to work, coming home, sitting down, going to practice or doing practice.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very similar look to the pistol round that Heroic brought into this series, right? Taking control of the red room, now looking to run one of the B
little training sesh.
You control so much of the map with Tessez here. The fact that he doesn't fall there leaves everything on just one man. Right now, Astralis is saying,
like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
You've got to do this alone, and so do it alone he shall. He's opened
and then
up
have
a route
like
to rotate in. Any more from
stretch night. It's like Friday is like a half training night, and then the rest of the night just
not coming through.
Play.
Heroic move to a tie game.
Yeah, they're not even
straight
hurried.
TDM night, basically.
Flank. They know this is a low buy, so Astralis making concessions might play a little bit more aggressive, but again, it's just a prerequisite to the save here for the CT side.
Oh yeah.
There's been a lot of saving in this game. A lot of guns grabbed onto.
Man, they are just.
OJ already mentioned those cold, dead hands. But Astralis aren't gone yet.
Just call this map Alto. They are playing tall, and they're stopping.
Like Heroic are breaking in though.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean,
look at that.
This is an entirely different game. This was the 4-0 start for Astralis. The Heroic have now
straight in the damn line.
To tie up, and you can feel that with each
Why are you
round
looking at each other over high-fiving?
That pressure to perform, that need.
Toss me an AK.
To step up and a line increases for Astralis.
Okay.
Cadian's been playing a lot of late rounds as
okay.
well, right? Sending Yabby in on B-Lurk, sending Tesses on quick mids, and this is what we expect from Cadian.
When it's better than a pro wrestling event.
Leader, he's got one of the lowest
and more,
more
tickets sold, looks like.
On the T side, even though it's high as an AWP often
Man,
is.
take note, pro wrestling.
See him going for the picks.
Better production value, looks better. Fans are more into it. Crazy.
Change in the second half, but we're not there yet.
Okay, single to B. Who's that? Oh yeah,
Heroic and Astralis on scraps.
Blame F's making a bit of a play here. Cadian's not ready for that. Blame F. Hello, just an MP9. But he's found himself something to work with here. Heroic.
Yeah, but his shots was getting in there.
They were up against
close enough.
Nothing in this round. Once again, moving quickly towards that A site, and Astralis tried to predict that ahead of time.
Cool
they led
skin, I like that.
over towards the side of the map to open the round.
And sadly, patience will cost you, right? If Astralis moved in, grabbed those guns, it would be perfect right now. But instead, it's just there, even considering this B-bomb site. And Stown hears his steps over. That smoke, I doubt it will scare Heroic off. They've got Stown in position to take this entire bomb site.
So I doubt it will scare him off.
Be patient, but that's when Astralis start to make moves. They realize what's going on.
Yeah, Buzz has pieced this one together. He now knows there's nothing back towards main, and so Astralis at least have these extra.
I wonder what Device is saving for.
No, sometimes a couple of seconds is all it takes. Making it around over towards this side of the map now is Borup with the hero.
I wonder if he'll go. You think he'll get an op?
To a backstab all the way through spawn, but the kills come up in favor of Heroic.
In CS2, I really want to see the so bad because I know the op is.
And with that, that should be the round.
So important and so just like a staple. But I want to see the so bad in CS. It would be so good.
As they always should have, right? We got a little bit worried with the way this game started. With the
and maybe take out.
But they've been avoiding him well. They've been reading him. And Astralis' money has been a bit of a mess ever since that force buy.
Nah, they're gonna hold.
They keep getting away with guns, but it's Heroic who are.
But yeah, put an arm in
on the T side
and make it.
And as we said, this
a little more common, and then make the AWP a little more uncommon.
Still have Inferno
just for balance of rifles and then new stuff.
You know, as we approach the end of this first
and
half, let's
then
do a bit of a temperature check, right?
maybe
Because when we were
add.
looking down towards the heroic ranks, we wanted to have a commanding game out of Cadian to open up. We wanted him
some
to
kind
look
of
good,
sport
'cause as
rifle.
mentioned, he is the beating heart of this heroic team. He is the lifeblood. He's the one that can course that energy through the veins of the rest of his team. So it's good to see him set up top of the board for the heroic side. For Astralis, we were looking at Device, the return of the king. He still sits up top of the board, and we had questions around Stair. Thus far, he's looked good, but over the last few rounds, Stair has been left out of the action or facing first.
And again, they go back to what works, a catch Bob in transition in the open. The fact that he even gets a kill is impressive here for Astralis, but they've been pushed out again.
I haven't
No
seen
kit
him
with limited util,
do anything.
with suboptimal positioning, and Alert is still to backstab. This could be a problem. Buzz wants a solution. He runs right in and drops that bomb. And while Yabi's calling it have the B bomb site, they're going to have to rely on
Getting
Stan.
wiped out.
A backstab
Wow.
for Device. Buzz still nearby, and Heroic cool it down and wait for the flank.
Buzz is solely responsible for watching this bomb. They're expecting a hell of a lot from just one man. BlameF is making a solo play. Trying to keep this bomb contained, trying to deny that rotate back to B, but Cadian's seen something here. He's seen the barrel. He knows that Buzz waits in default.
Blame can win this whole round right now.
They're holding it from tempo, but Utah falls down, just gets the gun back out in time. It's only Buzz left standing against Heroic. Knocks out Stan.
And that was one of the ones I said it makes you go,
well. Knows that this B flank was looking to come in, and that's what Heroic have been waiting for. They were hoping that
Nice.
could bail them out.
Nice. There it is.
Buzz!
Raising that reticle up a little bit. There we go.
Clinical shooting.
From the start of the round, he's
on,
sniping
man.
them out.
That's got a little coffee.
That is beautiful from Buzz.
And that's going to put the pep back in the step of Astralis.
That's enormous, man. Look at that
Two
pop.
bullets,
Keep it high.
and
Boom.
in 7
Right on the.
rounds,
Right as
Buzz
he's pulling it back,
delivers a
just taps.
beauty.
It's wild because while he's the third longest
And you know one
standing
other
member of the
thing
team, he does not have anywhere near as
that I
much
really wanna
experience,
see?
but that's put some faith back in the
Actually, never mind.
Astralis squad. They want to bring the heat here, and they're fighting Heroic every step of the way. Just down to Yavi.
See, like here,
2v3 in the bomb.
like here, imagine you're coming around, like your rifle's over here. I wish we could swap over left so we could peer, you know what I mean, off 45 degrees or so to the other direction and then swap back. Like just weapon swap, I think would be
Cut loose over the
incredible.
middle. Yabi's got
All right, let that catch up. Come on. You can do it.
Device.
That was
This is why he's
terrible.
here. These are the moments this guy's meant to save, and there's one. Device. Just Shush left
Got back
to
just in
beat.
time.
Will he choose right? Missed shot
Nope.
from Shush on the mid flank, and Device now knows
Shush.
he's homed in, closing the gap. He's
Dun
looking
it.
to take it for Astralis,
Dun it.
but flashed off the angle.
Dun it. Dun
Great
it.
toe.
Dun it.
You can't buy back Device. Look at him go. Astralis
That man was hunting.
pick up the half, and they lock Heroic out of it.
And they just same time looked right at each other and that yeah. Right in the kneecap. Oop, oop. Stomach, stomach. Head, yeah. How is he pulling it down like that? That was ridiculous. Alright. So our scores for now. 7-8. What are you gonna do when you get to the top? So it's got 2 minutes. Nice little break. Coconut. What in the whole hell is that? My friends, they're playing with AI art. I'm trying to fight this. Yeah, that's about the only way I can put that. They're messing with some AI art. We were on the beach in Cary Beach, North Carolina, and we took some pictures, you know, out by the boardwalk and whatnot, and they threw it in there, whichever one they're using. I forgot which one it was. It was InDesign, Photoshop and Lightroom, Canva. Yeah, I use Canva.
When Astralis announced the return of the King, it felt like a mission impossible for Device to climb to the same heights that this guy once reached. But he goes on to close out that first half, sending Astralis up into the lead. It was never a question of does he still have it.
But what it did was
right
WWE.
Yeah, this is his 6th time on the stage. He has reached the semis.
Oh,
4 of those, and now Device trying to get there one more time. Injected some serious energy
we're back.
The end of the half for Astralis. It felt like heroic.
But anyway, yeah, we was at the boardwalk. It took the entire boardwalk out of the picture, and because like the boardwalk was behind us, and you can see a little bit of the ocean to our right. You know, if you look when you're looking at the picture, it'd be on the left. It replaced the board. It took the boardwalk out, took the water out, replaced it with what looks like water from the Maldives because it's that like greenish blue, beautiful. But it put a wave right here that looks like it's gonna crush us. But it was like it was trying to make waves out there, but it brought it too close, so it looks like a tsunami's about to hit, like a beautiful tsunami is about to hit us. And where the bridge or boardwalk, whatever, went out, kind of like Santa Monica Pier, as it stretches out, it took all that and it put up 1 pixel, but if you like zoom in, for some reason it put a tiny surfer on top of this enormous wave to make it look like depth of field. It is so funny looking. Doesn't work at all. It looks like those vacation spots, like the green screen photo booths or whatever, where you get in costume or whatever, and you stand in front of it and it puts you in wherever in the world, or you know, point in time or something. That's what it made it look like. Where's my phone? Oh, it's over there. All right, Canadian. Does my vol up work over here? No? What about this one? What about this one? No. I was just trying to keep all this off the screen.
They don't even have to knock him out, but they just want to send a message here. Hunting down Cadian right at the end. They spot him, but they're not able
what?
to deal with him, and Circadian eludes capture for now. Regardless, Astralis are the ones to find the pistol in this second half.
Well, little Cicada shouldn't have made any noise again.
That's now both of them in this series.
I thought he was going to at least pop a shot on the one guy, but I don't know why you wouldn't in that situation. Wasn't looking good anyway.
And so they will just take a full eco, even Cadian, saving USP armor.
Excuse me.
Work out of this one. Astralis broaching
little Mac action.
Digits.
I mean, this is
from downtown.
To win. This better be a
okay,
really
not throwing
good
it.
flash from
Yep, now from downtown.
That one before, but
not
no
going to throw it.
Here. They're so passive outside of B, and again they wait for blame. Something that Heroic are using a lot, getting players into red, cutting off rotations. Tess is on big flanks. Blame makes the same move.
You're not going to throw it.
It's a nice stack for Heroic, but surely this
no, he did finally.
Yeah, Stairs playing Andy. He's got the perfect gun for the job. This should just be a mow down and clean up. It's nice. It's easy. And even though Cadian knocks out one,
if they'd have been staggered, they'd have had that
he will fall to Cadian as
conga
well.
lining right in.
Mac 10 device runs him down, and so for Astralis, they lose a couple of SMGs. They can withstand that. They can sustain.
You're only going to stack if you guys are going to all follow the same, like pressed against the wall. You never do this. You can still be staggered and follow that wall and come in so you can always have each other's cross.
Going to try and shatter and steal it as they have been doing all game right now.
Otherwise, he's just going to open fire in his
and this is
back.
A huge gun round to start the momentum for one of these teams in the second half. Heroic on
I think his teammate couldn't do anything. He was stuck behind him. He just got mowed down.
Attempts to spam, but even Astralis dance their way out middle. They won't survive Shushel. Maybe they will. There is a response blaming Yabi.
That makes me question that teammate, the one that was behind him.
Smoke, so Astralis have some serious real estate in this round. The bomb is even nearby.
It's like, why were you back there? You're following me in, stagger off, just a step or two.
They must once again rely on Yabi.
And follow off my shoulder.
Slinking back into position. Stair, making steps, pushes down back. Astralis are not in a hurry.
Sounds like he was scared and he just
forward positions they have on
couldn't do anything.
They are fine to wait it out, see where Heroic make their move. A team that's so active.
I didn't even catch who that was.
A team that loves to gamble or to re-aggress, and Device is waiting for exactly that.
Go on then, Device. What's he got for us? Ooh. There's one from the man in mid.
That's so crisp.
Nice molly, man.
Astralis now look to go. Heroic. They didn't get the info they were hoping for. That kill in middle does not tell them a hell of a lot, so they've at least positioned well, setting up outside. Astralis' end goal here. Device is the man that looks to complicate everything with Cadian dead and Device activated. It feels like Astralis are going to take this first rifle round, sending Heroic into the doldrums. There's nothing for Heroic in this next one.
They are getting knocked around right now, and just when we thought Heroic recovered in time, clutches go against them. Two from Astralis at the end of their CT side, throwing a pistol, mixing a gun round.
The super duper fans, that's why we're here.
This map
I wish I could be there. I'd love to be in attendance.
And Heroic, again, a desperate timeout required from the best in Denmark. But they have to prove it here on this very stage.
Guten Tag, Germany. What's up? Any of the German viewers out there?
For Astralis as an organization have been no issue. And that is staying true to this day.
I don't know how you play with them rings on. How do you do that?
Through the Lanxess as well, right? They've done it with config.
That's one thing I've never been able to do is play video games with rings on. Like a controller, keyboard, mouse, nothing. I just can't do it.
This team we're settled on right now, this is an Astralis that are here for a trophy. Nothing to lose in trying.
Wild to think.
Did he have? It looked like he had a sight attached to the top of his monitor.
The golden age of Astralis for so long.
Actually, you know what? That'd be cool. Put like a little screen on the top of it, so you like look.
Desperate for solutions.
Almost like a magnifier of some kind, so you can see the audience better.
Team have tried and failed to take Astralis down on this map, and will Heroic be another casualty of that?
I like this boost. It's a cheeky way to get an entry. Not always checking this high up.
Oh.
Cleared. When they should be still. Double check the stair. Backstab for sure.
I'm looking at the mini-map like, yeah.
They're armed, they're dangerous, they're raring to go. Heroic are believing in this round. Astralis have got to extinguish that, they've got to regain control.
Pretty sure everybody's armed.
Will not let them in. From CT, he rings out with one. Borup and Buzz left up in this. The B team of Astralis.
It would be hilarious in this. A boxing round.
Reset for sure. She's going to buy time, but Astralis, they don't know they had this.
Like sudden death. It's just boxing.
And they checks down a plant allowed by Buzz. Borup doesn't
not even a knife round.
Confident. He gets that spot as well. All the
or yeah, a knife round.
And Stow now needs to stand tall in this 1v2, but it's Buzz again. The young guns.
Be a good way for people to like show off their knives and stuff too, and for the game to show off what it has.
And Stare.
Then have more. So like, what is that? Like I don't know. Was that made out of magma? I have no clue. That looks like a dinosaur's fucking toenail.
The question has always felt like, you know, once they get
like, what's that worth?
Once they have that ability to feel calm and cool, collected on the stage, then the excuses.
Little Velociraptor. Ooh, there you go. There's an idea for a knife.
This is where we're gonna need more out of guys.
It would make it actually look like the that top talon or whatever on their foot.
And will it just be another case of Cadian versus the world, right? As so many of these playoffs have been. It felt like that back in Paris.
Worth the shot. I mean, yeah.
Against G2.
Ooh, them shots look
the usual suspects.
Greasy.
Not in the lineup.
You see that? They were like this way, this way, this way. Like it. What was that? It's a sick and 4-0.
Looking to pump B.
Spamming, hoping, praying that something connects.
I like that too, the colors on that AK.
This one, the molly at least sends them back, separating this, but Buzz.
I like graffiti too, that's pretty neat.
Astralis just feel invincible right now. They're not even worrying about
You're not even
gonna play. It's not like they have other options open. They can just walk back through cave, resplit down mid. It's Heroic who are panicking as Buzz.
I could have sworn he thought he saw him, and maybe, I don't know, maybe he thought.
An Astralis gamble, but Heroic.
I thought he saw him and second guessed it.
They played the long game. They played the right site. And Astralis, this is not done yet.
I mean, these are often the rounds that Heroic have to win to bring them back into a series, back into a matchup, and usually they're proficient. Let's see what they can do here. A man down,
yeah.
But into the stack, Astralis go.
Nothing is gifted. There's no way in here for Heroic. They've got to be thinking about money. This is a desperate attempt.
They got nothing to play with other than he's got a bang and a.
So much is waited on this first swing, and there's the opener secured. Shush has given them a reason to believe. It's quickly cancelled out. Device,
never mind. There goes the bang.
This bomb site, not letting Heroic move back in, and even as Yabi moves out through the spawn, he will get gifted one.
No
I felt that one coming. You see me like kind of put my shoulders up. I felt that.
Can you expect out of him though? Dead. 2 blame F back in main. As the 2 leaders clash, it's Astralis to close it. And not even that. Dead to the bomb.
Damn.
Yabi,
I could. I felt that whole round almost.
The worst of moments.
Oh shit! Denmark up in the building.
Now hoping for a miracle to bring them back into the fold here. Astralis have moved on to this T side, and they are yet to drop a round.
And how do you keep your heads in it if you're Heroic, right? Knowing the history of these 2 organizations, knowing how many times Heroic have been in this position, and the same has happened.
Dude, I'm really enjoying these teams. I really don't understand.
With every round that you lose, every fight you fail, Heroic have to stay out of their heads. Astralis are feeling invincible, invulnerable. And again, punish on the default. Aggression for Heroic is tempered.
I don't know. What did I?
Astralis have not jumped the gun in any of his T-side rounds. They will creep up the ramp. There's a spot for Stare looking for this crucial entry. You kill Stown. This round is done.
That's at AK. It's being floated around right now, no?
Just got to find the right man and Stown.
And there's a Mac.
This fight over
similar.
In just a moment. Heroic are looking like they want to swing for this. They want to try and fight ramp Stare.
Pop.
First point of contact, and he nails it.
Perfect positioning. Perfect. I love that.
Move into the stack once more. Every time they venture in to Heroic's correct gamble. But Astralis are the house here. They're always winning.
Smack a wall. You won't.
And so Heroic are left in this horrible position.
Well, fight a wall. You won't.
Cadian is using this time to look down the line at his teammates and try to cook up that winning speech, that winning strat that brings Heroic back into this game. If it doesn't come soon, it will never come at all on Ancient.
But even you can see dismay in his face. And sometimes the problem for Heroic, they said it themselves, has been other players not being able to be vocal, not shouting him down.
Yeah, really. Y'all gotta communicate, just sitting there. Well, you just expecting to win?
14-7, 2 times the score for Astralis.
You should know, bro. Bro, you should know.
And on that very stage, a trophy that
can't know what you don't know unless you say something.
Many times.
Ain't nobody looking at what you looking at, dog. You gotta say something.
Astralis to be in the playoffs. And here they are putting Heroic to the test.
Man, that wasn't the one I was watching before. I think it's that Tissess or whatever his name is.
This is a Heroic that has acted as gatekeepers to grand finals, to trophy lists.
I think it's him, really.
Teams.
I mean, they should have been communicating the whole time. I'm not seeing them say a word.
They're being brought to their knees by Astralis right now, an old foe that's reared its head once again.
Like, you guys aren't playing public matches. You're on a team.
And whenever you cut a head off of this
open
beast,
your face, sound
like
off, say something.
Everyone showing up on the Astralis side.
Let me know where you are. What are you thinking?
So Heroic.
Because I would not have wanted to just sit back there like that.
Into that good night, or will we get a game on our hands? We're about to find out.
Watching this the spawn hall.
The heart, the
get out there.
Of Heroic.
Well, I know they had a full team, but damn, at least
like he's gotta be
at that point, try. Look at
even with that heart pumping, that blood is not
you on 22-30
right now. The one-man army continues.
I don't know. I couldn't have let that go if I was their coach.
In this first map, Heroic with no one on the A site, and Astralis
like y'all about to chug a 40-ounce of energy drinks tonight, and we are training.
Astralis actually cool it off, even though they have Buzz all the way through. They've been smoked off, and Stown has no idea what he's walking into.
That was,
again,
he knew that was coming.
Now Astralis can start to roll out that red carpet.
Oh, is that his? I think that's actually his skin, no?
I just love how patient this T-side cooling has been. It's like every player is blame F right now. Astralis are in no rush. They're letting Heroic doubt themselves. Still split 2-2, no mid info. And as far as Astralis are concerned, they can just walk
he
into that
said he was talking.
Oh, Yabi with a swing, but it's ugly, and now he's low, now he's wounded.
Well, it's Yabi.
Over in mid, Stair's been waiting here for a hot moment, and he's starting to get pressure. His teammates are moving in. Buzz with one.
Buzz, like ear to the.
Like they line up for Stair, and it's only Yabi left. He was brought down to 28 inch points a long time ago.
Told you,
so
just Yabi.
Up a clutch here. Surely it's asking too much.
Yeah.
Borup shows Heroic
what are you gonna do?
Door. Astralis are just 5 kills away from going a map up in this quarterfinal, and they can feel it.
And it's not even close. It's not even a competition.
No.
Heroic have yet to field anything on this CT side. To think Astralis started 4-0, we had all those bomb plants.
You know, I'm no pro by any stretch, and I'm seeing this like you guys gotta change something, man.
They've already left the
Hero,
building.
like you guys, Heroic.
Oh my God, Astralis
something.
are not missing a shot. And Device at the forefront, the gift that keeps on giving.
Good for what?
Smoked off.
What do you mean good?
Go back to the drawing board. It's Heroic who wish they brought their eraser.
Get this camera angle out of here.
How can you expect a reset after this map? After a dominant T-side.
That's like B-roll. Don't do that.
Blame F-called T-side. Have no doubts about his individual ability. Have no doubts about his
At least
leadership.
they ain't hopping it.
Blame has led Astralis to an unbelievable
peeking
first
out
map of this quarterfinal. And the stars are shining bright for every young player.
They're just trying to hold back and save face now. You might as well just get aggressive.
Been ready to discount them.
Heroic.
I can barely blame you. Can a hero emerge for Heroic, or will Stown be the first?
I can, and I will.
Oh, smoke walk for Stown, but this is so
he is on his ass.
His death could be out of his hands, but he does elude.
Are you serious? Oh, they had the wall. Never mind. That looked closer than it was. I don't know this map well at all.
Looks to put a nail in the coffin here. With Shush gone, it's Cadian, it's Tessez back up against the wall. What are they supposed to do? They're taking
Sorry, I'm hyped up
here.
inside, but I'm like trying to.
But look at Astralis on this free path over to B.
Oh no!
Tries to control it.
He was gonna get pinched anyway.
But there's no containing Astralis right now.
Device is divine. He has been putting on an
They had him on two sides of a box, you know what I mean?
Now Cadian, of course, the sole survivor of Heroic. And
but I just said two sides of the same box. That's what I'm trying to say.
He's got no control. He is a mile away from that bomb. This is all tied up. This is Astralis in the palm of their hand.
Cadian brought down low, heart and soul, and the beating heart
there it is.
Ripped out the chest.
There it is.
Astralis ascend.
Well done.
And now a map closer, a map more confident, and it's spearheaded by Device. The king is back.
There you have it. Damn. All right. That's good, man. That was good. Look at this. Little recap. Yeah, this has been wow. Yeah, a little bit of a landslide. Okay, Vitality, semifinals. Alright, so today's the 4th. So we got a couple more days going. So yeah, today, tomorrow, and Sunday. A little bathroom break.
What is your calling?
In the quarterfinal featuring that of Astralis and Heroic, we have a victor here in our first map of this series. I welcome you back to the Intel Extreme Masters. We find ourselves in Cologne, Germany, in a house full of folks just trying to enjoy the damn game. I'm here with Yanko, and to his left is going to be that of Kassad. We're going to break some of this stuff down, but damn, 16-7, Wolf.
I think we have a winner is an understatement. You know, like we have, this was complete and utter domination by Astralis. I mean, especially when you look at the Heroic couldn't win one round on their CT side.
Yeah, definitely. It was just totally one-way traffic, you know, especially in the second half. You know, the biggest problem for Heroic that I noticed is the fact that they ran into this economy fight early on that lasted for 9 or 10 rounds. Kind of ruined their chances all the way to get a good half in the beginning. After that, it was pure domination from Device and Astralis all together.
Yeah, the number's going to back up Device all over the place on this map. You know, he came out swinging right out of the gate. We had some instances or flashes of brilliance from Buzz, which we'd seen earlier on. We know he's capable of it. But to do it on this stage, Device is no stranger here. I see what you're doing, Device, trying to get us all.
Yeah, I think Device, you know, the king is back, man, and he's been playing lights out. I think in this game, in particular, had incredible amounts of impact, pulling the op out in the second round. Kassad mentioned, you know, the early force-buy fights, the economy fights and everything. I mean, his AWP had such a big impact into Astralis being able to weather the storm, so to speak. And yeah, it's just been great. He's had so many important kills in this game.
game. It's just like we need to talk about the other individuals too a little bit, because simply we looked at Stavn as a person who is like the main star player for Heroic, and again, yet again on stage he didn't perform well. Only 10 frags throughout the whole map. You cannot have a star player perform like that and expect to win, at least not this map.
No, you can't. It's not made for that. It's not built for that. But for a series with
I'm
such
here. I'll be right
blatant
back. I just got
implication
rescued.
in between two Danish teams
For the win.
Is that what we're going to call it?
2 for 20.
Listen, we
Extravaganzas.
right?
Check out your local Domino's.
Astralis, they don't really have much to lose in this situation. Sure, it's their map pick, right? They're very good on Ancient. They're very comfortable on the map. But I mean, 16-7, you don't win a single round on your CT side. Like, those are some worrisome signs for Heroic, no matter what the next map is and the fact that it's their pick.
So just a tap away. Not like Happy Gilmore, but more like Buzz here on Ancient, right? I think we're going to take a look at round 14. Let's highlight some of this stuff.
Yeah, I think obviously it was really important because whoever won this round had a big advantage coming into the round number 15. But, you know, Heroic was on a bit of a roll here. Like, they won 3 rounds in a row. He's in a difficult spot, like caught between a rock and a hard
Gave the Doge
place
some
in the
pizza.
side. Like, he knows that one guy is probably coming from behind. Kaden
We gotta
trying to
replace
bait, and here he just pushes
the
to
energy
the front.
drink
One
with a
tap,
Michelob.
one tap, wham, bam,
Were you
thank
looking
man.
for more?
And just an incredible round from
Hey,
Buzz.
we
We're
got
talking
2
about,
extravaganzas. Don't
you know,
even worry
these
about
young
it.
players, especially him, first game, is he gonna sink, is he gonna swim? And I think
hair,
he's
yo.
done great this map.
Left, right, good night. That was the
Wham, bam.
perfect
Thank you,
description.
ma'am. Left, right, good night.
I want to mention that Yabi also had a flash there that to draw for KD, and he didn't do it, and he got 1 tap too. So a little bit of miscommunication. That's the team play we mention and praise.
You get
Heroic
haircuts
for, but
that way I
it
can
didn't
actually
happen. The better team
wear
won the
some
first
decent
map
headphones.
by a long shot.
And then right after this round, you had the device 1v2.
Yeah.
You know, where he's
It's like it's
sort of
always
pushing
falling
into
like
shoot.
down,
So
like
you've had
getting in
these-
my face.
You have these magic rounds coming from Astralis in a way, right? And they will need that if they're going to be able to beat Heroic in a best of 3. But so far, the stars have aligned for Astralis.
Yeah, and the Stars, well, they just took a couple seconds themselves,
Cheers.
maybe a couple minutes, maybe get rehydrated, get back in the server. But in doing so,
We getting rehydrated
catch
right
up with
this
them on the
second. Yes,
sideline.
sirs.
So let's check the mood, let's check the vibe, and let's check the temperature.
It was funny. The 2 dudes on the left and the right.
I got to catch up with
I got
Astralis,
suits
the
real
castle,
similar to those.
And
I love that
a lot
one.
of things. He's like, I feel really happy we followed the game plan.
I love that
I say,
suit.
what was the game plan? He said, well, we anti-stratted pretty heavily.
I like
and we
that
figured
soft
her
yellow.
out. And then he waited,
Or
he
soft
paused,
gold,
and then he looks at me
whatever.
and said, I don't think they know what to do.
Well, I'm going to kind of add to that because they didn't know what to do. They looked lost at times. That T-side from Blame F was insane, so you can see the anti-stratting. And I just heard from Exist, Heroic felt like they weren't playing the way they're supposed to play, the lack of flashes, the lack of teamwork. And he said, we never don't play like a team. That's the whole thing of Heroic's DNA. This is a scary thing to hear, and they need to be able to come out of that going into Inferno. And you can look at what maps it is and stuff like that, but now it's about the heads. Now it's about the mood. Now it's about the mentality.
Also,
I can't believe what I just saw.
Yeah, and also you say, yeah, no, this isn't the Heroic we know. Sometimes that does happen at moments like this, so hopefully they can turn it around.
Man, quit trying to zoom in on that man's phone.
Brick and Water, you know,
Nosy.
That they're probably exhausted
But
after that
why,
one.
Trace? Why does it
You
happen?
see that?
Why are
It
you
went.
not
The
playing
cameraman
like a
instead of
team
went to them
now?
for whatever reason, he
Like,
just
you've been
went
a team
straight to
for
the
a long
phone.
time. This isn't your
Man,
first
quit being
rodeo,
nosy.
second
That's
rodeo. We
creepy.
saw it. It's like their 8th rodeo, right? So what's
That's
going on?
weirdo
Why are you
stuff.
not
What are you
prepared?
doing?
The thing is, like, I let loose my tie simply because of that factor, because if I did, it would be, you know...
Oh, that would
similar to
explain that.
Heroic. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
The Heroic has no more advantages anymore.
Y'all trying to get tips?
They're there.
Huh?
They're ready
Looking for
to win these
strategies?
quarterfinals to get to the same mid G2. They
All right,
need
Bill
to
Belichick.
Star needs to step up. We need to see something more. Otherwise, it's going to be another 16
I
set.
think also what Castle said, you could see that in the second half. Like the T side was just a couple of times they had really good reads. Whether that comes from preparation or some
my
tells that they maybe saw on
Wait,
Heroic.
what?
You know, a couple of times they were walking into an empty bomb site.
Wait, there's an
If we
extra
just
hand.
wash away what was a wash, the first map of the series on Ancient. Then we kind of take a look at what was Inferno. Yeah. What was Inferno next, right? So, sorry, that really caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting that.
I am missing so much in this
The
photo.
problem
Hold up.
is,
You
like,
said there's an
obviously
extra
Heroic's
hand.
pick, they're going to be more comfortable. Astralis isn't as good on Inferno as they are on Ancient, right? But here the main problem is the mentality, right? Why isn't Heroic playing like Heroic? Like, why are they going to start playing like they can on Inferno?
Where?
If they do, yes, absolutely, they can come back and still win this series. But if we see more of the same, it's over.
T-side it starts.
Yeah,
Ew.
it's gonna be easy if you lose
It
like
does.
4 or 5 rounds at the beginning. The thing is, like, how strong are they after losing a first map on stage? Yanko, you have been on the losing side on stages. Me too. I know it's not easy to get yourself back into the game. You need somebody to step up with that. You need a spark. You need something, right? Some kind of a crazy round, good clutch, anything. If I'm my coach, I'm gonna, you know, break something behind them just to spark them a little bit, right? If needed, right? So if that doesn't happen, I don't see any way out.
And maybe this isn't the time we tell the story about you actually breaking the headset one time. But, you know, we'll get into that.
I got PC another time. I got fined and I paid for it, so it's all good.
It's all settled. It's done. Does this series settle right here? I just need to know if it all ends in a 2-0.
It does look that way, and I'm gonna lean towards, you know, the logic and the logic of the things and the current state. So yes. My heart says it ends,
did
but
add,
the head says
it did add an extra hand.
Come back. They have to trace. Otherwise, what's next for this team?
I don't know, but I got a heart
like,
for
mind
you,
you,
right here.
I ain't gonna show you. I
Back,
can't really show you in the camera anyways, but it's that beach picture they're messing with.
Like
and in that one, I don't have a shirt on, and somehow it wrapped me in what looked like silk, like a really nice like silk.
It's time. The ESCA League is now.
I don't know what I don't know, something probably for like warm hot weather or whatever. Cloth, I'm gonna
See
cloth.
how far you can go on your path to ESL
And
Pro
it
League.
put behind me like a big blast of like sunshine or whatever, but it's like bluish green.
Win your share of 214.
Nobody else has it.
46. Don't miss out. Register by August 10th. Sign up today at
But there's an extra hand also like on my shoulder.
What is that reaction? Yeah, right. This would be an ace clutch from Poland.
Oh my! Oh boy! FaZe Clan, the champions of ESL Pro League.
Poland's here.
Oh my God! Girl, are you gonna be kidding me?
What a map! What a map!
The other quarterfinal match is the Danish derby that we've already touched upon. Heroic versus Astralis. So I'll pose the question to you guys here. Who's winning that matchup?
Device is the X factor of Astralis. Like, if he's feeling the game, he knows, like, I feel like he knows, he understands so much the game, so he controls the game, in my opinion. Okay,
Yeah.
At least when I'm watching it.
He's really good.
Like, he's insane.
He almost knocked us on our ass in Dallas. And like, he was what, plus 45 or something in a best of 3. He was insane.
I don't think they have a style that's like easy to crack in that sense. I think they have a good style. I think they have a solid style, but I don't want to say too much, but I also think that the way they play, like when you have like such a defined play style, there's also stuff that you can use against that, you know. And I think that's something that we're gonna have to like look at, because you don't get to #1 in the world for consistently for that long. Obviously, they've also been like number 2 or 3 or whatever, but they're one of the best teams in the world for so many years. You don't get to that with just like playing random CS. There's like the way they play, there's like definitely like like theory behind it, and they talk a lot behind it, I'm sure. So yeah, I think it's just about using that to our advantage. But I don't think like their play style's gonna crack just because of lane. I think it's more for us about not cracking like against their play style, because obviously their play style can be annoying to play against if it works, but it also feels very easy if it doesn't work for them, because then it's like
that dude,
to stacks if we're like, if
he could play
Pollux
Troy if they ever did like a face-off remake.
Not getting frustrated about their playstyle. That's gonna be like the main thing.
I think the quarterfinals
just looking at him sitting there,
first of all, like Astralis versus Heroic.
Yeah, as a Dane, are you?
It's going to be fun. I'm going to watch, that's for sure.
I wish it will be in Copenhagen. That would be even more fun.
Do you think their grandparents are called Great Danes?
I think Heroic should have the advantage because they just have more experience.
I'll see myself
together.
out.
And also on a stage, like Bob hasn't been there for a long time. Star hasn't played there before. Boss, I think, doesn't have much experience. So it's pretty much just even Blame doesn't have much experience in front of a crowd, actually, I think.
Yeah, we said that with Game of Legend at the major.
I do. My crowds are a little more hostile.
I don't know. For me, like the first time I played in front of a big crowd, it felt like the game was like everything was just going by so fast, and maybe you can get caught a bit by the pace or something.
I think we're definitely going to have easier time versus Astralis, but winning versus Heroic would make our run more impressive. We have beaten Vitality, and if you beat Heroic, it's the 2 best teams right now. Well, we might have to face them again as well. So, yeah, as I said, Heroic, very stable, very consistent team. Definitely way harder to play against than Astralis.
if let's be positive here, and Heroic is going to win against Astralis, and then they're going to play against G2. That's our scenario. Do you favor Heroic or G2?
Heroic, just because they're consistently better. If we're gonna look at perspective, right now #1 team in the world, and at least it's saying that they're most consistent team in the world right now. So yeah, of course the favorite is gonna be Heroic.
I mean, that's fair.
What is your calling?
How about that map 1?
Was that rhetorical?
Astralis fans out there, you got to be feeling pretty good. But I know there's still some Heroic faithful in the audience. We're in the cathedral. What do you think? You guys ready? You praying? Well, keep that energy up, because I got two fellas standing by. We got Chad and Alex with the DHL drop.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. It is the most exciting part of the show, right?
Obviously.
Yeah, okay guys, can I have a DHL? DHL, DHL, DHL. I'm gonna get paid extra for that.
This is our day job. I understand, you know, commentary, it gets us by for the night shift. For the day shift, though, we have to deliver some packages, and today, we've got some freebies. Now, as this goes, we got some signs. Have you ever got their signs? Look, there's plenty of people around us, but what about everybody else?
Yeah, let me see you in the distance. I'm looking. Some bangers. If I had really good eyes, I could see the ones that you're holding up there. I'm trying.
All right, you go looking and find a bit of a selection.
I'm gonna go hunting.
There's a few people after my heart here.
What's up, what's up? Wow, I saw you earlier, young man. That's a cheeky one. Yeah,
well, we do love Owner Pixel.
We do.
Shout out to Owner, but
some real bangers and mash. I really do. I found one I like already, I'll be honest with you.
You sure?
Yeah, no, because, I mean, he's got
yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yes, ice cream's so good.
That's what I just said. I'm like, I didn't know casuals competed in tournaments. Doesn't make any sense.
If he gives us
One of my buddies was having a conversation with somebody, and he was saying, it's EVO weekend, you know, and he's saying like it's the celebration of fighting games in the world tournament for fighting games also, like just other stuff going on.
Thank you for the glizzy. Thank you for the
And
glizzy.
apparently, whoever he's hanging out with right now is like, I feel that tournaments ruined fighting games for casual players. He's one of those.
Yes. I guess you're German.
Yeah, like my only rebuttal to that and the only answer is, yeah, casuals don't compete in tournaments. What are you talking about? If you're competing in a tournament, you're not a casual.
Huntsman 10 kilos. All right, Chad.
Wait, I barely saw that. Hold up, what? I'm just saying, right here. Right here. Right here. Yeah. I need a new one. I mean, this one's still great, but what else you got? I'm pandering right now. Please, may I have some more?
This is for you. Congratulations. That's all for you. And we got one more.
I've got my eyes on one, Chatty B.
Dramatic opening.
I've got my eyes on one.
We can, but,
right here.
Our last one.
Got any new goodies?
Where did he go? Where did he go?
Right here.
Where did he go? I saw a guy. There you are.
I will hot man.
This one is cute. CSGO, second family. Can you explain that in a couple of words?
I thought that said 2 degrees and D.
Always even. The atmosphere is awesome. It's so cool, and it's so special that some people can feel so welcome, you know, surrounded by strangers. And here's your box, bro.
Oni suck me, what?
All right.
Suck me day. or suck me dry.
Let's go, Lanxess.
Heroic will need magic. They need to remain composed because they are on the back foot right now. And if one thing's been made clear by this Astralis squad and the style that BlameF likes to play, the style that BlameF demands, it's that he will leave those long creeping silences. That's where the doubt comes in. That's where the worries course through your minds. Heroic, This is where they've got to rise to the occasion. They need anything they can get their hands on, whether that's Cadian finding his voice, Yabi showing what a year's development can do, or Stown showing that he does not crumble under the pressure. They need whatever they can get. Can Cadian and the boys survive the night, or does the day belong to the stars, to Astralis?
Yeah, and those stars are shining so bright right now for the Danes on
Astralis
to get Device back on the stage. The last time he was here in 2019, he was the bottom performer of Astralis, and right now he is standing tall. Laxness, it's map 2. It's Inferno, it's Heroic, it's Astralis. Are you ready?
Yeah!
Well, we won't make you wait much longer.
Hey, you better not.
We've got a pistol
Start power bombing folks around here.
We've got a raring to go Astralis. Can
and raring to go my ass.
High, or will it be another playoff disappearance?
I'd hate this. I'm not gonna say it because anything can happen. I always say everything is possible.
Let's get
everything.
Into it then, shall we? Heroic. Let's go.
It's good
Do you
to be
think?
Back.
They're going to start over on the T
I
side.
dare you to hit the chicken. I dare you.
We said this is going to let them set the pace. This is going to let them
You
decide how they
you
want
won't do
to
it.
play early, and they get to set the vibe. They're coming off the back of a
You won't bake any chicken.
grueling second half, where Astralis
You won't fry
really
none.
played the full length of the clock, and so Heroic. They're going to want to come into this, showcase a bit of that finesse, a bit of that flair, a bit of that confidence.
You know what would be fun?
Normally get out of this squad.
If like some fast food or whatever, or if a gaming company was doing food, chicken fraggers. Like, who would want some chicken fraggers? Like, you can't even correlate that to anything. Like, what are chicken fraggers? I don't know. They're explosively good, explosively delicious, so juicy they explode in your face. I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Something related to the game.
Numbers have dwindled, but they reclaim one, and now it's just blame F. 2 kills to the good already. But as he swings out here,
Just said stand by. All right.
They chase that kill down the banana.
I heard it, but I missed
They're going
it.
to start strong, winning their first pistol here on their map pick of Inferno.
That is a finesse.
Standing
that is
by.
a flex from Heroic to know that the entirety of Astralis are flanking you down banana, and instead of taking that freebie bomb site and getting the plant, they go back with 3 players and the bomb. That is all the risk taken for Heroic, but they come in confident to map 2, and that is a good sign.
Damn, that was fast.
We could not have them go cold on this stage.
That's what I said. You think?
They are here to bring the heat.
This is, I believe, everybody's favorite map.
Pistols come out with armor as well. Device deep down mid. He was a nightmare on the AWP. He needs to show it with the scout as well. Oh,
too many.
That is
Just
a
too
jump
many, I
scare
think.
out of Tessez through the apartments.
I was thinking it, I just didn't say it.
They move everyone over, just leaving Stair to smoke off the B-bomb site. And Cadian does not
He's doing what he has to
looking
do.
like a different Cadian right now, coming through, swinging fists.
Exactly. That should be the next round. Just fists.
Heroic have their backs up against the wall. I mean, mapping the pocket of Astralis in the
here?
way it came through. Heroic have nothing to lose. They may as well give it their all.
Really? He planted it there. Why? What are you gonna do? How are you gonna counter
Pretty
that?
wild, isn't it? They are all looking to hunt here.
I mean, they got them
Still
completely
floating around,
boxed.
Astralis aren't ever to know that, so this save is hanging in the
Because they could
balance
push
right
left,
now,
and
Heroic wanna go for the
I mean, they
full
wouldn't have
punish.
enough time to get there though. Now.
They're gonna unleash Tessez with that Mac-10.
Yeah.
Yabi contact found, and the pistol save, a classic blame F force by round, where they try to save these guns and run it back again. It will not be coming through.
Reassuring
I love this man. It's so fast. It's almost hard for me to react to it in
when we looked at
time.
the numbers, when we held them to high regard back on Ancient, such a strong map for Astralis, the same can be said for Heroic.
Sure.
Here on Inferno, it's been a go-to.
I can't see that.
Started the season strong with it as well.
Okay, that works. I mean, that's cool as fuck that a married couple's there. I think it said something about watch me kiss my husband or I want to kiss my husband. Like, I guess like Kiss Cam or something. Who knows? That's cool as shit though.
Ooh, and Cadian is about to learn. Around the corner he goes in.
Hit him with the tower of pizza.
Astralis players. Now that's the info. But if you're Astralis, you let your mad dogs off the leash here. Ball makes it in. Nothing to lose.
It's the leaning tower of pizza.
Doesn't want to be that next.
If you know Goofy movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They hit him with the tower of cheese.
The fact that there's even a world where Astralis can look to do good damage.
And not
here is
cheese
crazy.
is in that kind of cheese, just actual good cheese. Delicious, delicious, stretchy, melty cheese. Fuck on some cheese.
So the pistols deleted, made quick work.
That was real, by the way.
It's more interesting in this one than that one kill on Cadian.
You know you like it right up in your ear.
Right at the end was hoping to do some damage as they show him the door, but not meant to be. And so Heroic, they stick the landing on these conversions.
What? That's great.
That's more than worth it for Cadian, right? It looks hilarious, but gets all the info that just speeds Heroic into an MTB bomb site. So now the game begins in round 4, and we don't wait any longer for Device's AWP to come through. So many options.
Did you just say AWP?
Pathing for Device on the CT side.
I don't remember ever anyone saying that.
Take Banana, trying to make a statement at the start of the half, using a lot of utility. Astralis will trade it out. It's not Heroic who hang around. The late nades find no damage. And Heroic utilizing more utility in spawn. Something Cadian's made very clear he likes to do. Spending every penny. So after the banana take, while Astralis
just give him a nade and what? Flash.
Nades back, Heroic will go for a mid take.
What are you doing, trying to push him back? Why would you throw the nade first?
Oh, Device is going to move around and take up the short side. It was when that AWP was bought out back on Ancient, the tides really looked to change for Astralis, but he's been left high and dry in this round. Device is not going to be near the action.
This is such a good call for Heroic because they've just got all the util out of B only to recommit back into the bomb site. That's the last Molotov going through on this side of the map. There's a smoke, but that is all Stair has. And so while Heroic hesitate as the retake comes back in, they have siphoned almost every bit out of Astralis' belts.
I don't even think that landed. Oh, maybe it did.
Passive and no information for Astralis allows an execute. That smoke is absolutely massive. 25 seconds Heroic will have to go through.
They've got no choice in the matter. They're going to try and assemble this boost, see if that gives them a route into the bomb site. Stair could be open, but he just gets down in time. Boosted up over towards the spawn is Belair. And they will go back for him. One kill on the block would have been enough, but not able to do it with Stair.
Man, they just bullied their way in there, didn't they? Just bum rush.
They are locked out of the round. A last second exec offered up from the Heroic side.
A good check on that boost position.
You guys got so much time. What are you doing?
He's just taking space, but he's
I'd have cut the map off.
And all it takes is one tag through the smoke. Heroic hear the audio cue, and they clear it properly.
Instead of telling man, you need to start cutting that map off.
But no bomb plant denial. Heroic are laughing all the way to the bank as they even go and
just take a. I would just have to take a gamble. Just the way it's set up. Because it's going to take you longer
very happy about this. It's a strong statement
to push your way back to B.
Astralis, time to fight from the back foot.
I didn't know you could use that spot. Okay. I'm just trying to think, like, what could have been done here.
Smart Device has largely been avoided on this AWP. We've seen him with it in that last round, just get hard dodged over towards short. So in a moment like this, when your first rifle round falls on deaf ears, you kind of want Device to feel that pressure to be involved early. You want him involved early. And so he will look to take matters into his own hands here. Posted with the AWP. Over at Banana, Heroic do challenge this, but they concede this util fight for now. They might go back to this a little later in the round.
Oh, that one was cool.
Astralis light up Banana with utility and now look to fight Heroic here.
It's a great grenade coming out from Heroic as well.
Did he not know where his mid was?
Astralis in this round, Device wants to try
like his neutral.
He will.
I don't know why I said his mid. It's neutral.
Not a smoke. So I won't put anything out, but Heroic.
I just looked up as he was doing it.
Site, trying to play this early pace, knowing that Astralis are very heavy.
Oh, bad nade.
Full flash borrow. One man makes it in, but Buzz will deal with it.
Oh, maybe not. No, that was. Ooh, I'd have threw that.
Continuing to be this bastion of hope for Astralis.
Should have threw the fire in first, I think.
Says with one, Buzz swinging out on an island, but still good for more.
Should through the fire to clear that area. So he had to come out, immediately nade off that front wall. So if he jumps out, he'll at least get hit and shot.
He's not to know that.
And maybe flamed a little bit
too.
too.
Hurts as well because the timing and the pathing was perfect for Heroic, but Tessus's team flash completely blinds everyone on the entry. First player runs in, just jumps in blind as the entry has to, but he has no trading team. He has no one following him in. So fed to the wolves are Heroic. And Astralis get on the board.
And he's so good with that.
Buzz has just been a rock though. What a uptick for this guy here in the playoffs. Map 1 pulled out an incredible clutch and some crucial T-side rounds.
The clutch that went on, it felt like, to re-energize Astralis, to really bring them back in. I mean, he was like the kind of defining moment as to them closing out that first half looking so good. I know we had that great round from Device where he finds the 1v2 over in middle, but that's all spurred on because of Buzz.
I don't think they lost a round.
Oh, I see what it did.
They cleaned up the half and then they went on that massive T-side streak. So yeah, incredible performance from Buzz, and he does it again on CT side, locking in a very difficult position.
I mean, this was someone that, you know, the Astralis squad bought in, and there wasn't a whole lot of data to go off of there, right? He was a pretty new look, and someone that Device had faith in. And you can see why, standing and delivering when it really matters. Up on one of the biggest and best Counter-Strike stages that exist in the entire world.
What do you mean, one of?
It's a step in the right direction. They're only at the base camp of this mountain right now, are Astralis. A map in their pocket, but the summit is still a long way away.
Yeah, you don't want to get ahead of yourself, right? We were worried that maybe these younger players would get nervous on the stage. The opposite can happen. Don't get too cocky. Don't think this is done. Don't think Heroic haven't pulled back a series like this before. Question is, have they got what it takes today? As we have many players of Astralis entering that flow state. So it seemed. Crunch in the middle and Shush with the bomb. That was dangerously close. That nade wasn't down. Blame could have seen him. Now he sees nothing. The flash comes through. Buzz through the smoke. Blame must get a multi-kill, but it's only one. Damage done.
That's
Heroic
cool.
find 5.
These rounds are brutal.
Like that one, for some reason, it took the designs off my tattoos and whatnot. And tried to match it with the foliage and stuff behind me, and it put like vines and shit all over. That was weird. Cool though.
Who's still left alive. They know what he's got in his hands. They know that this AWP is being held on.
You don't know that.
And so Heroic want to take it out of play. Device has not really been allowed to find his impact yet on this second map, and Heroic want to make that the case now more so than ever, trying to remove the Just hold on! You're not going to get it out of his hands!
My first call of the day, and he's still at it.
Are you really going to try this? Give it a go. Certainly could. But no cigar. That AWP carried forward.
How does he do it? He was ordained to die. The executioners were there. The hangman was waiting.
Oh, no, that's a movie title.
And Device just cuts
Ordained to die.
Unbelievable.
Ordained
and
to
as
die.
we talked about back on Ancient, this was paramount,
Ordained
right?
to die.
Ancient holding it together, coming in with some clutch rounds, some very dangerous force buys as well towards the end of the
Make
half.
that work.
This can have consequences, and Device.
It's a working title.
I mean, this is why it's been so important that Heroic have largely avoided him to open up, right? If that attempt at the hunt shows you one thing, it's that Device ain't slowing down in this series.
No, not one bit.
You know, when you spot the AWP on B,
He's got me like pushing my tongue into my teeth. Like,
and Heroic's certainly doing this round. This is a great call, a little pop coming through.
Little ways out is Buzz all the way back on long. This double pit setup
Oh,
is gonna
oh,
have to
oh,
hold the line.
moonsault right off the balcony. Nice, nice, nice.
Carries a couple of the Brave with him. And there's Buzz lending that helping hand from the arches
yeah.
all the way.
It was,
Cadian calling the save
that was all
now.
his.
They tried the opening move and it fails.
Did he jerk a little bit at the end?
With a whole minute to think about it.
I feel like it wasn't as much him as it was his brain mechanics. Like his brain was trying to keep up. He knew what he wanted. Let me see. All right, he drops down, comes up, hits him first. No, he just couldn't get it down. He went down a little too far. And then he was already getting fired on anyway. Okay. He was getting fired on, went down a little too quick, or too quick and too much. Just a fraction. Literally a fraction. Just a shin model's worth would have been enough to get him up to center mass, at least the stomach.
Here. When you shut down an apps pop like that, where they don't even survive the journey out of the apartments, they don't even get a player into the pit, that is a serious confidence boost. You've removed one hell of a tool from the arsenal of Heroic, and it might be a while before they think about going back to that.
Good dog.
They've been playing slower default rounds, and they've looked very, very good. I think part of that is also just trying to avoid the AWP, right? You know that's the one guarantee in the next round.
But they may hit like a blanket and snacks.
Trying to jump the gun, catch him on porch.
Sweet mustache, though.
Common place to see Device start his rounds on CT side. But like you said, less of that for now for Heroic. Back to a bit of a broken buy. Cadian required on his AWP, and Stown, who has started this map off far stronger than he ended the first.
Heroic looking to go fast again. Taken top mid away. BlameF's not really been the guy you want to go toe-to-toe with here, and it looks like he might get tested. Heroic want to come through this smoke. BlameF flashed off the angle. Tech9s, he hears them fire off. Doesn't want to get chased down here, but that leaves long open. That leaves Buzz and Borup in the hot seat. They'll combine for a few between them, but they've got to hold on here. The round's
that
not
was
done.
not a
the
smart.
round's not safe, but there it is.
That wasn't a smart flash.
Lock it out, and Cadian again is left in the 1v4.
I get he was trying to, you know, save his corner, save his flank, but
another minute,
and he's not even
dude, when you know where they are for sure, you need to just go for it, man.
He's not even going for his crazy clutches. Not even
you have
looking
to
down the scope, accepting his fate. It's a dangerous look.
I mean, here's the thing. You know, you can get away with saving early on, but like that ship's kind of sailed now, Katie, and they've got reasons to hunt you. This is not safe. No. This is not secure. He's not even able to focus on the next round because Device is right here to take that AWP away. Do they have Cadian, someone who has some phenomenal clutches to his name, someone who always throws himself into those sorts of rounds? I know he's 1v4. I know he's not supposed to win those. But they're normally the rounds where you see Casper look to give it a go.
I think at a certain point you're just trying to get your team back in it as well. It's not going well in these last couple of rounds. Heroic has just been getting iced out by Astralis. Multi-kills on this A site back-to-back. And so you can see him being very vocal, essentially using the save as a timeout. This eco as much. Down with 2 flashes, 4 Glocks, just looking for a little bit of damage, trying to break through. Device could be overwhelmed
Cartoon,
here. This is not an easy spot
cartoon generated AI image of me plus Dr. Disrespect.
Right side on for the job. 2 of them, in fact, Device go and then lights them up with 3.
What the hell is that?
Lush stuff from
Are you serious?
Cadian has now gained this AWP. And there is a minute left. I wonder if he's going to look to now.
They actually did me plus Dr. Disrespect. AI generated cartoon.
We say Cadian's like the beating heart of this team. Stown is very much the right hand man to Cadian.
You can't see the cut. Wow. So that's about to be an icon.
Yeah, I think if Stown jumps around corners,
Cadian incredible.
Get some checks off, and we could be cooking here. There's lots of ice.
Something's cooking. I don't know what it is, but something's cooking.
Stare awaits. Nice shot. And the best part is Stown
did he hit him right in the stomach?
Get a plant, and Heroic can win a full eco.
I felt like it went like this, like he.
Someone else over at Banana, and that is where BlameF finds himself smoking the way. That's been retrieved from the body over in the church.
That's a problem for me, like keeping my wrist straight sometimes.
This was Glocks when the round
That's the
began.
biggest thing. If your wrist ain't straight,
So this is how Heroic get back in.
it messes up so much in your mouse
He
movement.
started this round with nothing. So many of the last few rounds, he's been left
You know,
with
or
a
at
minute
least
left on the clock, saving orbs.
Angle your mouse pad.
Save the day. Instead, dead to Buzz, and so Stown's gonna fly solo, spread the one kill, but that's the end of the line. Astralis regain control. They breathe a sigh of relief.
Damn, I thought they might have blown that.
And that never should have even been close in the first place, right? Not when Device finds 3 kills off Julies.
Yeah, I really thought they almost blew it.
How potent Heroic are in that round. Astralis have to respect them.
Can I get some? What is that? What you got?
And they still close it out at the end. Some of the best parts
Yikes.
of Astralis' CT side back on
Was that a
Ancient were
3-piece?
their retakes. It felt like the comms were very clean. It felt like they were never
No
in a
biscuit,
hurry.
dry-ass
Clearing
gravy?
Position after position, methodical.
Wait.
Do it again.
Dry ass biscuit, no gravy.
Proud of
What am I
Heroic.
talking about?
They just have to build upon it. Damage means nothing if you don't pick up T rounds and
Ooh, we
capitalize.
going. Ooh.
Once again, they're giving Exist a bit of a
Please go to
platform get
overpass.
involved
Please
here.
make it. Please.
And he's got to be telling
I want
them,
to see overpass
even
so
though they
bad.
didn't find everything they could have out of that last round, they should still be happy with it. Now
And from
it's
what I've
about,
seen
as
in
you say,
CS2,
capitalizing on the damage that's been done. One thing that bodes well for Heroic here is that it's been a much better start from Stown, who was borderline a non-factor back on that opening map. So let's see if Stown can keep this up. Let's see if he's got it in him. Heroic are going to need it. Astralis lobbing this smoke for a mid-peak, and that's just to buy them a bit of time. The real nature of this aggression looks to be over here towards Banana.
Banana?
It slows Heroic's roll, and now Device.
I mean, he's
Bated breath at the
at
top
the
of Banana. The flash
juiciest part of
signal to
Banana.
him that Heroic will look to challenge for this area on the map.
I'm just getting some shots out there.
Later, right? They can block, they can re-aggro, they're setting up a top B molly.
Oof.
So this just buys time, but Heroic are in no hurry, ready to bleed.
Look at a little flame on the mini-map, that's cool. Reminds me of something, I just can't place it.
Numbers. And Heroic still seem interested. They must be realizing it at this point. Device on the angle, he might have those orbs clash. This is a hard walk for Cadian. He'll send his rifle in first. Device moves back.
Oh, flashed off the angle.
Now they know.
They get the AWP away, and now Cadian owns this angle. That was a tag through the coffins. Cadian couldn't see a thing. Heroic have done what they set out to do. They put the fear in these B players, and Astralis now maintain this double stack over towards B. Heroic look to go out through this mid smoke. They've got Yabi moving through the apartments. Can he make that incision to send them into the site? Borup down in the pit and a crossfire with Buzz. This has been the hard part for Heroic, getting past Buzz, and everyone stepping up for Astralis here. Leaves it all on Yabi and Cadian. They might be up for it. They might be up for the job.
Come on, come on, come on.
Just Cadian left.
Watch your cheeks.
This is the clutch. He's definitely keen
No.
to give a go.
Oh.
Buzz closes the door on him.
It's the triple Bs again on A, and it's an A star for Astralis. They pass
Holy
the test.
shit, man.
Heroic continue to run into weaker setups and
Yeah, I agree with those two
close.
right there. Yeah, that's about how I'm feeling right now.
Is playing some phenomenal
Oh man, they just had each other's foreheads just,
his
yeah.
first time, and it won't be his last.
Literally top of the noggin. Both of them, they had it.
Not if he can keep that up, I'll tell you what. Very impressed with what we've got out of Buzz so far. That there were a lot of unknown factors, unknown variables that could look to come into play for a roster like this Astralis squad, where it's only 2 of them that soak up the bulk of this experience. But diamonds are made under pressure. And Buzz knows that. Tech9's running in towards the B site. BlameF locked out of it.
I think I'll do intermission when they do, maybe. Because we're,
He will put up 2. He does what he had to do in the round, and now the util reigns in. That's going to deny the plant. That buys time. Astralis don't even want to give them an inch. They don't want to give up anything here, but they will jump the gun on it. Stand with a double.
Look at the map. They're out of there. Cadian's running around the world. We've seen these rounds let him down before.
This is what I was talking about, or trying to elaborate on before when I said, and also when a minute ago when I said A.
The longer stamina to live, the better, but he's dead immediately. Only a ding to buzz. Cadian in the clutch.
Good spot. I like it.
Astralis, they realize they've been so good at shutting out these moments for Heroic. Cadian
What are they
gets
rocking?
comfortable,
Oh boy.
but he needs this round.
They could just chuck flashes. He's gonna have, dude, Blair Witch. Nobody does it, but Blair, you need to just Blair Witch for the one time, just in case.
He knows where Borup is, but he can't find him. And so another clutch.
I was just saying, that's I would have tried to Blair Witch it.
Astralis keep shutting Heroic's individuals down.
And he did it with a dink as well. He put Borup on 30 health, but right through the lip.
Yeah, see the replays.
That one hurts. I love the cool.
Bang, bang.
Said they've been very calm. They've been very passive at times. That is not around.
Oh, I thought they were going to show the plant
As
too.
soon as Stag gets a double and dies, Astralis throw the pressure on. They chase down the plant. They deny it. They make Heroic uncomfortable.
Damn, come on, I need a bathroom break.
No smokes on B.
A lot of coffee.
4 this time for Astralis. Very important. Borup stays alive and plays passive, but this banana take is going to come at a cost.
I'm going to let this keep
with all this extra
keep streaming.
Here, Astralis needs to be trying to take
I'm not going to shut it off till
so
it's
that's
done.
what they're going to look to do.
I'll just pop back
They've
in.
got to use this. All these extra guns, all these extra eyes, but burnt alive. Stare doesn't extinguish in time. And so the B stack is dismantled. Heroic know that opportunities like this don't come along often. And so now's the perfect time to give a bit of room to Tessez. Timing's everything. And Borup saw him. Borup knows.
Sneaking, peeking.
But this is going to suck the wind out of this. Waiting on a flank that he's prepared for. Device nails the shot. And Heroic again. Rug pulled from underneath them.
Oh, I
they
thought.
Must get desperate.
I think he was. No, he was safe. He was safe. He was safe.
Oh, this is kind of wild though. They've just lobbed out this A smoke. Now they don't have anything to get them past CT.
Do you have anything to throw back?
Smoke that's down right now is the
I didn't catch who was.
They have, and that's on a timer. That's starting to fade. F has got open sight lines as Heroic move in. They've got to win the straight up fight.
Yeah.
Will fall. Yabi.
Yeah, that's one that'll make you jump.
Gets them past.
I think he knows. Got to know about this position, right? Yabi's so deep.
They know.
Cadian's going to peek in though.
Cadian's going to peek in, and then he is going to.
Yabi almost threw it, but
do nothing.
Stay
Got
in
it.
their spots and find a sig.
Ooh.
And they owe so much to Yabi there for even going in and hounding down that pass man, for even going in and getting the pass speed. They want to
Device. 2-piece, 3-piece, woo! You knew that was coming. You could smell it.
You can't take it out of his hands.
How do Astralis lose a round, but then you cut to Device, and he sits there looking so
golf claps.
So
on that note, I'll be back in a little bit.
Heroic are winning these. The damage
enjoy
done is not letting
this.
Them get set up. It's
I'll be
not
back.
Letting them build up a bank. The fact that every time they try to remove that AWP, they're sent a stark reminder of why Device has achieved the success that this guy has. It's so terrifying.
He was worth the wait. I didn't think there was a world he could come back in seemingly as, if not more, confident than that of the Astralis era. We are not in an era. They're on the build back.
All right. All right, go on then.
You don't start it and not finish it.
Oh, it's getting tricky. Yeah!
I just can't believe the game we are getting out of Device today. A deity of Counter-Strike. One of the most consistent of all time, up against the very team we call consistent.
And think if you're Heroic, you know, we talked about this earlier on, you worked so hard to get out of the shadow of this team, but here they are giving you a run for your money. Shush wants to shut them up, and so Device dead early in this round.
And they know Borov's position. He's blind, he misses his Molotov. They can scale, they can get closer. He is alone. These heavy B stacks for Astralis have been read by Heroic. They are one step ahead, at least in this round. Buzz creeping through. Tesses takes a second. Heroic, no way they can drop the ball here. They're waiting out Borov's one way. They're giving him no opportunity.
Oh, but still, he's going to find an angle around this smoke. They know he's down in the pit, but they've still got to deal with him. They've got him trapped in a cage, but the claws are out for Borov. One more found. Multi-kill from him as all eyes were thrust upon him from Heroic, but it might be another one of these rounds where even though the individuals do their best to deliver, it's not enough to bring Astralis into the fold, and so Heroic are stumbling back to their feet here right near the end of the half.
A well-called slowdown from Cadian, right? They get so much room off that entry from Shush. He finds Device. They take long, they just chill. They plant their feet, they wait. And Astralis pay the ultimate price, not just of that of the round, but the economy coming into the end of the half. They have nothing to show for it. No AWP this time, no exits, no glory. And so Heroic with ample opportunity to get a 9-6 half right now. That would be warmly welcome with the map we just saw transpire.
It's got all the makings of it. They've got all the reason to win this. All the reason to win this one, at least. It's just Blame F left to worry about. A Zeus for Device. Okay. I want to see what Device can do with the taser.
Perfect round for Heroic to focus on B as well. You know Astralis' money is in the bin. The fear of the stack is always there, but they go methodically up top. Flash off to give Cadian the control. And they might just go for a flat-out B execute. Looking at Yabi's position, he's holding for aggressive flanks. Heroic play with their food. But dinner soon to be served. The bell rings.
Blame F has just crept on round with this hero gun. Has a nade as well. Could look to pick up some dust behind this smoke and give himself a fighting chance here. Nade goes in a little early. And so Stown, there's one on the entry, looking to propel the rest of Heroic in. Blame F will likely be dodged here. As he moves around through the ruins, he's not long for this world, and even trying to get out with that M4, not happening. This time the hunt comes through for Cadian. Device might never get to use that taser. Yabi down here waits for him, and they've seen him.
Do they really want to get cheeky with it?
I mean, every other time they've hunted him down, they've all died. But this is the one time they know that it can't happen. And so there's Cadian to finally stop Device.
Got to give it to Cadian, right? He's got a lot on his shoulders, but to stay calm and stay confident in this matchup think about how this game started with all these saves, with his team getting eviscerated on these pops out of apartments, and him saving at the minute mark, the exits that Device took away, the 2 times Cadian lost his AWP, and still top fragging for his team alongside Stown, a winning half on the T side of Inferno, and a recovery near the end of it. It's a very good sign.
This was exactly what we needed out of Heroic. You know, Stown, as mentioned, kind of exploding onto our screens here to open up this map. Oh, hang on a moment.
Where'd that come from?
Old habits die hard for Device. He spams down through the smoke in mid. And suddenly, we're right back into this. Astralis looking to split it down the middle. And they might be able to. Heroic, they're getting figured out right now. Bit by bit, Astralis are piecing this one together. Blame F is re-aggroing into the top of Banana. At this point, they've got a good picture of where Heroic could look to end up here. A double pit setup, but a way in gained as they deal with Device over in mid.
They see one half of the stack in the pit. Will that split Heroic up and go for this backstab? Stairs considering it. Options are open for Heroic, and they take a tantalizing one. Cadian creeps. Blamef, the bouncer at the B-bomb site, will survive another second at least, and with that bomb spotted, it's onto Shush. They might have to mid-round, they might have to go back the other way. Astralis, they don't want to let this go. They're going hunting, they've read this well.
Shush might get shot in the back here, challenged from the library. Borup gets rid of him, and now Cadian, there's no saving here. There's no getting out of this one. He's got to attempt this clutch. One man lies in his way, stands between him and this A-bomb site, Buzz in at the back of it. Borup moving around at long. Cadian's got his work cut out for him, and he knows that there shouldn't be a way back into this round. He sees the man at the back of the site, but just falls short. Astralis will go on to level the playing field, to give themselves a fighting chance of ending this into Heroic, rising to the occasion. We've got Stout and Cadian in great form, and that's exactly what they needed if they want to survive this quarterfinal matchup.
What is your calling?
Heroic go missing on map 1, but here on Inferno, their pocket pick, they've proven they're worth their weight. They can fight back against Astralis as they should be, the best that Denmark has got, and here to prove it on the stage in the Lanxess. The first time for many players in the server, but not the first for Device. Right now, this head-to-head between him and Cadian, these clutches, these hunts, these saves, They've been all over the place. And Heroic are trying to drag us to a third map.
Yeah, I mean, Device might be looking really good, but he was largely avoided, and that's to the credit of Heroic, right? Sure, they run into him like an unstoppable force in those saves, but a lot of his kills were found in just holding on it to the AWP. Well, now it's time for Astralis to pick and choose their battles. This is the real test for Heroic as we head into the second half, a half they need if they want to stay alive here and savor this moment up on the big stage. Blame F makes it into the pool, but here are the dualies for Yabi. They're blind, and that's too easy for him. Quickly returned by Stare, sure. Tessa still floats around, looks for even more here. It's dead on, but Plant comes in. Astralis have got that to work with, got that in their back pocket. Flashing Stare for a fight. They bring it back to even odds. Stare once more, not done yet. It's another from him, and Device catches them on the cross. Device raining death down from Banana, and Stown running out of time, out of chances, and out of ammo. Astralis secure the pistol.
Man, look at Stare in this series. Sowed in Sprout, but withered and wasted. And right now he is germinating. He is terminating Heroic in this series. A massive pistol. And that's the thing, Astralis almost sold themselves down the river, right? That team flash completely blinded both pool players. Heroic are able to hunt them down, and still in a 3-on-5, Astralis pull out a pistol out of nowhere. A classic Heroic force into the second. They do not wait. But these T-sides, they've been the most interesting part of Astralis.
I mean, you know, it took that lovely clutch from Buzz back on Ancient to really bring Astralis back into the fold. And there, it's Stare with 4 in the pistol. And the pistol round hits, man. It hits hard. It's not just one round. It rings across. It sends ripples throughout this game to bring Astralis back into it. A man down now for Heroic as Stown was fed to the Wolves. That leaves a one-man B-hold between Astralis and finding success against this force buy.
That boost is nice. It just shows you have so much room. You even check the top of coffins. Yabi will regress to that position, but Astralis don't like what they see. They think it's too good to be true. Buzz with all of mid sends them back. And Yabi, I mean, this is impossible. Multiple 1-deeks required. Scout misses its chance. Astralis creeping in.
Yabi's the only line of defense here. Blind off the angle. Trapped behind a smoke. His teammate flashing over from spawn. Yabi moves in. Can't find a thing. Not even the saves guaranteed here as Cadian looks to leave. Buzz will deny it. And so it's a commanding round against the force buy from Astralis. Not even a kill found for Heroic, and this save far from guaranteed. Astralis look to return the favor here.
Well, they've got players nearby, but seems like the FAMAS may just get out. Heroic using everything they've got just to survive the night, and it will be allowed. 9 rounds to Astralis. They deal with the force buys. Not easy, considering Heroic's tendency to stab. But avoided for now.
Tessas and Shush can still try and make this interesting. And I mean, you know, this is Heroic we're talking about. These guys love throwing a bit of money into rounds where a lot of teams would just completely take their foot off the pedal. Cadian's embodied that here. He's force-bought down a pistol, armor behind it, some util as well. So Heroic is still believing that they can, at bare minimum, slow Astralis down here, do a bit of damage, try to get back in early. Good nades over towards the top of Banana. That sees Cadian put down low. So now Astralis, now that they've got all this room, all this respect, it's only Yabi to deal with over here. Much akin to how he found himself in that last round. He's left all alone. Tessez wants to get involved with this saved Famis. They're trying to tee him up over here in middle with the boosts assembled over towards short. They want Astralis to come into this crossfire, and Astralis will oblige. Tessez with one. Can't take it any further. Swift return out of device.
So ready for the stack though, 2 on short side, and Katie, and he can swing after that Molotov as well. Device denies the angle. He's got more to do. Under the balcony, Shush spotted. Device is low. Meanwhile, the bomb, anywhere but. Buzz with a backstab, and they are trapping Heroic in this coffin right now. Nails, one by one, getting plugged in, and Stair doesn't clear it, but it's only a USP, so despite the damage done by Heroic in this round, it is one we can forget about. 10-8. Astralis picking up steam, and you know what, Harry, this would be monumental if Flame outcalls a T side into Heroic on Inferno, on their CT half. That would be a statement. That might even be a blame that G2 should watch out for, awaiting in that semi-final. The unlikely underdog story of Astralis continues to write pages in this book.
Device is so eager to strike first. This is crazy rooting on the AWP, but he had the spawn to run this. Flashed off the angle. They do deny him being involved early. A stalemate across the map, and man, something that's been really noticeable about this Astralis game is just how they almost refuse to play into the hype. They will keep it slow. Your heroes will die tired if you're Heroic.
Heads up gamble here. Making moves in the mid-round, supplemented by a lot of utility. Heroic have held onto their nades well at the minute mark. If Astralis don't force something out of their hands, this could bite back at the 22nd. This is far from the commitment. Smokes traded. And again, Heroic still sitting pretty in this position. The 5-on-5 at 35 with a smoke with 2 Molotovs. There are no complaints.
Astralis, they've manipulated the rotates really well here, right? With that attention over towards B, they've left this A defense just down to 2. Stown and Shush just suddenly facing a lot of responsibility here. Couple of kills in the right place could win you the round. Shush and Stown have got to believe in themselves here, and they will hold the line. Astralis are running out of time on this one. There's Blame F with an opening. Shush dead down in the pit. The bomb gets away from Astralis, but they will just plug in those numbers. Device crossing down into the pit, but dead to Tessez.
It was about time. Heroic holds strong. That was a beautiful crossfire for Shush and Stown. It's the molly that uproots Heroic that even makes that round interesting, but they hold on, they hold the line. And they don't let Device get activated in a clutch. Something to be said for that with the game he's been playing. Nice chase for Heroic, not even letting Astralis establish post-mark positions, move off of the default box, melt in the Molotov. There is still hope on this CT side, but we are not live.
Heroic are in for the rebuild. They've got to have faith. I mean, for the longest time, this was sort of how we opened this, right? Talking about how Heroic lived under the shadow of Astralis as an organization for the longest time period. And even now, and amongst Danish fans, I think a lot of them still root for Astralis, have more faith in this Astralis, find Astralis more exciting. And so it took Heroic so long to earn that respect. And now to think that an old foe might rear its head in a quarterfinal at IEM Cologne.
I mean, that's shocking. You know, the honeymoon, the debut for Astralis here with this new roster, with Glaive removed. There were definitely questions, but just getting to this point alone has answered them. Has given us a lot of hope for the future. And as you were saying, I mean, Heroic, they were the villains for so long, but still so consistent, locked in the top 3 since November of last year, unwavering in their ranking position, a threat to every team, 3 lost matches in the group stage in 7 months. It's hard to knock them off their block. But Astralis are giving it their best shot.
I think we had a mouse run out of battery, but good news, the juice is loose. It's all back in, so let's get this one underway. Heroic versus Astralis. Do we have Astralis taking it? Do we have Heroic?
Oh, they're waking up. Heroic making some fans in the house tonight. And their staying power in this series has been impressive, at least, given how this game began. But we are far from the finishing blow. We will need a few more rounds in the ring as Astralis bring yet another stoic T-side start. No aggressive AWP for Device.
I mean, you know this about Heroic. You know they like the Wolfpack, they like to roam, that they kind of embrace the unique chaos that only they know how to operate, and that's not how Astralis are looking to play this game. It's cold, it's calculated. Blame F is like a machine. So how will Heroic handle that? The boost at long finds nothing but the spot down into mid. Cadian lies in wait with his AWP, spotted on the angle, and an awkward timing to pull the util. They've just got to block it. They've got to slow this down.
Look at him go.
Buzz is opening up over the Wartang. Buzz is opening all right. 2 kills. Tessez tries to hold on, but he's getting overrun, getting overwhelmed. 1 more out of Tessez, but that's the end of the line.
He did more than you could ever ask for in that position. He is hiding behind one skinny pillar, but Buzz just comes in and breaks backs. The double entry. No support, no utility, no trading team. He doesn't need it. And he uproots this entire round. This guy looks like he was made for the big stage. He just had a feeling.
And it would be one hell of a story if, you know, one of the largest talking points attached to this Heroic squad is how seemingly when the pressure's at its highest, the stars slow down. A lot of it ends up falling onto Cadian as the more experienced member of the team. Stown, who was so often touted as the next it factor, the next big man from Denmark, struggling to live up to performances he can give you in a group stage when he gets onto the big stage. And so you were always left with this feeling, well, it's only a matter of time. The formula felt there for Heroic, and so it would be so poetic if somehow Buzz, up on the biggest stage he's been on, alongside this Astralis squad, with him top fragging on this second map, is the key to success. What a middle finger to Heroic.
And that's after we've seen a better map from Stown, after Cadian started strong. He was 12-8, he's had 5 deaths in a row. But Stown was breaking in on the T side. 1 crossfire round on A for Heroic, that's all they've had. Otherwise it's 4-1 for Astralis, and more in store. A broken by Heroic. Once again, backed into a corner. Will that fight or flight kick in? It has to be the latter. Oh, that's awkward.
Cadian is really hurt.
That's a smoke on the edge of the Molotov, and it doesn't do anything. It doesn't put it out.
Tried his hand at the opening move, right? You can tell that also familiar pressure of Cadian really wanting to be involved early is creeping back in, and it sees him look so much worse for wear to open up this round.
I mean, this is where Heroic need him. This is where they require. This is where he takes his most opening fights, the most on the team on the CT side. It's what an AWP is required to do. And Cadian steps up to the mark, but it burns him. He rotates entirely. Astralis retake this ground. Minute mark again. 1 benefit to Heroic. Their util holding has been strong. They have not been willy-nilly throwing in grenades for no reason. That's a nice little pop. Over the top into Tessez. And they've got more. Oh god, if he goes back to CT, this could be entry kill for Stare. Oh my. Just about. Good read from Tesses. But it's all a ruse for Astralis.
Yeah, I've constantly kept Heroic guessing. It's another one of these rounds where they show a decent bit over towards top banana. They deny Heroic this real estate, and now they look to refocus. Now they look to regroup. A plays coming in. Buzz has been a monster on these openers, but this time they've got Cadian to worry about. Molly's going to displace him. He was tagged down low right at the start of the round, so he needs anything he can get out of this AWP. Support down in the pit does not find its footing. Buzz kills Stare. Can he make amends? Buzz will. Down to the 2v2, but the bomb is loose. And Buzz cannot win this. Cannot salvage this round. Cannot save this day. Heroic knocked that bomb out of the round with 9 seconds left, and that's what keeps them alive.
And maybe Tesses is that hero we need, right? Multi-kill back on A, now coming through and dropping the bomb with seconds to spare. That was a necessity for Heroic. That was their money on the line late in the map. MP9s, and nothing left in the tank. They had to win it. Just the way that Buzz manipulates this, he doesn't, yeah, sure, he kills his teammate, but he doesn't, drop down into Cadian, who's switching up his angles, trying to catch him. He stays right above, an angle Cadian cannot hold. Do we have a faster round out of Astralis now? Some pep in their step, the MAC-10, guns getting shuffled over. Buzz with a front spawn as well, and he has been the front runner for Astralis.
I mean, if they want to go for a faster round, I can assure you it's going to be interesting to see if Heroic are ready for that or not. So many of these rounds have started off the same for Astralis, started fairly slow and looked to build at around about the minute mark. This is where they look to go faster and slam the hammer down. Then a lot of it hinges on finding these openers. Stare, no trouble on the first. It's traded, it's a stalemate over at Banana. Buzz, another kill, another opener over towards this A site. He's creeping out through the boiler, and even though they bypass Shush. Oh, the bomb! Backstab from Stown. The bomb's now away again. Device retrieves it.
He's got to run.
Stown hits the footsteps.
And those steps, they signal defeat. They signal the round over. Heroic already know it. Gabby is in T-spawn. They cannot attempt it. They are too out of position.
Absolutely unbelievable. The game that Buzz is putting forward. He is making such a big name for himself right now. Such a big set of waves from Buzz as what's looking like the front man of Astralis. It was him back on Ancient who re-energized the team. It was him who brought them back in with that huge clutch round in the 1v3. And now here, he's provided countless openings over towards A.
And when you know the age of these Astralis players, right, you look at Device and Blame, you know they come with some tenacity and some experience, but this is the youngest team in the playoffs. The second and third youngest players is Stare and Buzz, only prefaced by Monacy. This should not be an Astralis that is making Heroic sweat in their debut run on a stage. But that is exactly where we find ourselves. 2 CT rounds in the entire half for Heroic, and they could end this series and this Lanxess with a whimper.
Heroic have got to believe. It's not this same team that did live in the shadow of Astralis, or the same team that lived in the shadows. Their biggest enemy nowadays is themselves, and so let's see. Can Heroic course correct, or is this the beginning of the end? Stare and Borup seem to think so.
And it's done in an instant. You talk this slow, calculated Blame style. He throws all that to the wind. He runs amok, and he forces another save in seconds.
And here's the scary thing. Astralis haven't really been in a position to go hunting. They haven't really felt that necessity just yet. But the longer this keeps up, when they keep streaking these rounds together, the more the idea of hunting, the more the idea of punishing, that's all going to start to creep into the Astralis game plan. Heroic are very fortunate here that Mercy is being extended their way. Astralis just want to build up their own money in this spot, so they're letting Heroic hold on to the very little that they have.
Yeah, I was going to say, enjoy your pistols, keep your MP9. It is not a threat. 3 rounds now from the semi-finals.
And you know how unexpected this would be. I mean, you know, when we kind of witnessed the decline of Astralis, it felt like they never really got, the Heroic squad never really got that fair fight to put one back, to get one back over the Astralis squad. They only faced them when this team was starting that decline. And so this was their chance to prove it. This was their chance to prove that they are the best team in Denmark. And Device, BlameF, Buzz, these 3 names are throwing that all through a loop. And it's wild that Buzz's name is up there, that he is a front runner in this series.
Yeah, you want to talk Nit Magic right now. It just feels like this is written in the stars for Device. His 6th appearance in the Lanxess semi-finals under 3 different organizations. Dig, TSM, Astralis, and now a new look. They look to get there. They win another round with just 1 kill. It is desperate. It is devastating. Oh.
We all thought we were going to get another Buzz moment. Borup's looking to hunt these pistols. Nothing is safe, nothing's sacred. And now you know both these remaining players have got rifles. And sure, we've seen Astralis extend the hand of mercy once or twice in this game. But I don't think this is one of those moments. I don't think this save is anywhere near as guaranteed.
1 shot from death. 1 well-placed bullet. And Astralis have the entirety of this T-side wrapped around Heroic, choking them unconscious.
Bomb goes off. Right now they know Heroic can't hear a thing. They're all going quickly, but not able to remove those guns. So Heroic at least get out with that. A couple of AKs carried forward. If there is not a turning point now, then there might never be one. And Heroic, who have served as the arbiters, the gatekeepers of grand final appearances for so many teams over the last year, might fall out in the quarterfinals. They might end global offensive falling shy, not of the trophy, not of the grand finals, falling in the quarters to an old foe in Astralis.
And how can that fall even come in such a short space of time? Just months ago, they're in a major final. Weeks back, a major semi. Now here in Cologne, it could be a bad night for Heroic. Astralis holding steady, holding strong. 10 kills separate them from semi-finals. We need a hero.
This has got to be the moment. This has got to be the round. If not now, it's never. And the fate of Heroic is sealed. Astralis, they've played a very varied game here. You never know what you're going to get. Is it going to be one of these slow, punishing rounds out of BlameF, or is it another one where they look to explode, they look to go a little faster, hit a little harder? Because as we've got to the tail end of this game, the speed, the pace, the aggression, it's all picked up for Astralis.
And Heroic don't look like their normal selves. They're not making their moves. They're not winning the gambles. They're not retaking space. Astralis have scared them off. Dazed and confused. Tesses, a missed shot, a missed opportunity. Heroic must block it with a smoke. But Astralis are fine. They've been playing this game all T-side long. Bleed out that util. Avoid the gamble.
Astralis are made so much more terrifying by the game that Buzz is having. The fact that they can leave him to his own devices on a stage as big as this, left alone to lurk out A. Again. He looks to keep the back door open, keep that pressure on. Heroic have taken a gamble. Buzz is now in the hot seat as he's got a flash. He might end up having to save the day here. As Astralis battle into this B site, they go into that stack.
Oh no!
Buzz strikes on this lurk. 1 kill from the man. He's trying to open up the route for a big flank all the way back through to A, and it's just Shush left in it down in the pit.
Sit down or shut up, Shush. Can he do anything? 15 seconds, a bomb drop will do it. A missed shot, a missed opportunity, it crosses over the top. They're not going for the plant. Blame gets it with seconds to spare, and Device will stick that down. The knife in the back of Heroic, the late rotate allowed by Buzz, and Stown and Yabi must go for it. There is no saving this situation. Do or die by the 2v3, and it's denied by the man at the forefront of Astralis.
Man of the hour! when you're in a team with someone as legendary as Device. It's Buzz's name that's ringing out over the arena right now. Nearly 30 kills deep to make this happen. And it's him that kickstarted this entire round. It's not just a big multi-kill. It's not just the close. The reason that bomb even finds its way to A is all on the back of Buzz.
He is bringing so much energy to this right now. And you can feel Heroic's lifeline and light dim with every kill. The battle for Banana rages on, but I feel like we haven't seen a frag in this position all half. Heroic try and throw themselves down and again get burnt by the Molotov.
It looks disjointed, it looks desperate, it looks like Heroic are realizing that this is one that's really slipped away from them. That realization is dawning upon them.
Flustered and flushed away. They trust the entire B site to Stown, who in his defense has held it as well as he can.
Expecting an awful lot from just one man, but that's the creeping paranoia that BlameF has brought into this series. That's the key element of doubt in these slow rounds where he lets Heroic doubt themselves. This is a team that so often gambles correctly, that so often from little bits of info find the bigger picture. And to think that BlameF might be out cooling that right now is mind-blowing.
These T-sides have been immaculate. They barely dropped kills in the T-side of Ancient. Now they've dropped 2 rounds only, and that might be it for Astralis. One final hurrah, one final hurdle to overcome. Cadian, a quiet CT side, at least starts things off on the right foot. He's flashed off. 20 seconds. The clock is not in Astralis' favor.
And again, Stair tries to move quickly, but Gabby will get the better of him. They find him in the sight. Buzz with another. Shush with the backstab. And so finally, something looks to be offered up for Heroic. Blame can't win this one. They're looking to win it to time. They don't even want to face this man right now. And so even though he finds a couple, the round is Heroic's. They stay in this for that much longer. Spearheaded by Cadian on the opener. That stack employed over towards A. Crossfire's finally looking like something Heroic could rely upon there.
Yeah, finally Astralis run into the stack. It felt like we've been waiting all half for that, right? Stown pushes them back with a late B smoke. And they go right into the jaws of Heroic, finally sharpened. But is it too late?
That's the big question, isn't it? Is it too late? Is the 11th hour too late to try and build back into the series?
Device at the forefront. That's how he started his half, finding the mid picks with relative ease. He looks to do it again. Catches a jump out and Stown caught with nades in hand, making a jiggle. And Astralis, you know they won't waste this opportunity. You know they're calling to group. A 5-on-4. With Buzz still waiting for lurks, and Heroic just can't get comfortable on either side of the map. Abs has been such an issue. Tessus does creep through though. He opens up that rotate, and then Buzz closes the door again.
When you're assembling this team, it's not Buzz who is meant to be the standout man, but he has been that big-time player here. Astralis 2 kills away from getting the job done. 1 man left over towards A. Tessus tries to hold the line, but he's got to do too much, and he's run down. Cadian up against it all, and for yet another time in these playoff games, Heroic are left watching on, hoping that the captain has the answers.
But who do you think does instead? Device waiting with the AWP. Buzz looking for his 30th kill. And it's coming through. Cadian knows it. It's denied. Astralis to the semi-finals of Intel Extreme Masters. Not for the first time for Device. From IEM to ECS, Masters to Majors, Pro Series to Pro League, Device is eternal. But he has one more goal, one untouched trophy left to lay his fingers on.
And this might be his chance to realize that dream. If the youngsters, if Buzz can keep up performances like this, then the sky, the stars, it could all be the limit for Astralis. For Heroic, that oh so familiar feeling of being close to
holy shit, I'm back right as it
never
happened.
quite touching it dawns upon them.
Holy
again.
shit. I didn't even turn my...
An old
there.
That reignites this
I sat down right as this was ending. Oh my god.
Former teammates, former friends, and current foes. Heroic may have been proven to be the best in Denmark,
mates.
but this
Cheers.
Astralis team, this new look roster, certainly puts question marks on that.
Had to get some of that pizza in me and whatnot.
At the end of the day. But for Astralis, the question is asked.
I had it on the TV in the living room.
Is it G2? Is it the trophy?
I mean, there we go. The second quarter-final is complete. That must be, on this stage, after what you've been through with this team, that must have been so satisfying.
Oh man, it's crazy. I don't even know what to say. Such an intense game. Just have to instantly give a shout out to Playmev. He was so good this game. He outcalled, and I don't know, man. It was crazy.
We heard an interview in the break in between the maps about how you had their number. Where is this confidence coming from? This ability to call the strats?
I mean, we've worked so much as a team. We're trying to create a family. We are investing in each other every day, and then this energy is crazy. You're giving us so much, and we love to play in front of you guys.
And just you yourself,
we love it.
looking at you right now, the body language.
We love you guys so much.
The year out that you had, what you went through, is it all worthwhile for moments like this?
Of course, this is crazy. Like, I don't know what to say. I couldn't have imagined this and dreamed this. I mean, I love the energy. It's, yeah, I'm speechless.
And you're such a young team. We
Me
saw
too.
how Buzz played then. How far can you go?
I don't know, but we're not thinking about the results.
Let's go all
but
the way.
As you said, Buzz is crazy. I don't like that one tap clutch.
Bam, bam, wiki, wiki.
Yeah, I'm still
Wiki,
amazed.
wiki.
It was probably the best thing I've seen in 5 years.
And you yourself, you seem unencumbered. You seem free to play your game, to be almost a father figure to this team.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not the father, but I'm trying my best to play it up and play it as I think it should be played.
Not
And
Faja.
I'm just proud of the team today. I think it was a team effort.
I just want to
Everyone
sit
is
back,
so
man.
amazing and so good, and yeah, I love the guys.
So proud of
Man,
them.
listen, it was great to see. It's great to see you back where you belong here. And we got one more trophy you need to win. How much do you want the trophy here?
Of course, we want the trophy so much, but we're going to take it one match at a time and not focus on the result.
As you said, what a game. What a quarter-final. The semis are tomorrow. Put your hands together for Device and Astralis.
Just W's up and down. I just want to see W's everywhere.
I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say when we showed up for this quarterfinal, probably a lot of people were thinking that this was going to be a heroic show, this was going to be a pushover. That is not the case. In fact,
Whoa.
they've been buzzed out of the tournament,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah,
what
bro.
brought the man over here himself. Congratulations, dude.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Wild day for you? Was this a little crazy or what?
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, I knew if we played our best, we would have a good chance to win the game. But obviously, they're a really good team as well, so it means a lot.
And so for these reasons is why I want to learn other languages so badly. Because everybody here, at least so far that they're interviewing, speaks another language.
How did you pull it off?
Like, don't just look at these as gamers, man. This is so much more than just that.
Everything feels really great and comfortable. There's not really a lot of pressure from the inside. So yeah, it helps a lot with the pressure, and we can just try to play our own game.
Talk to me. First of all, congratulations on
I like the guys
qualifying
keep
for
their
the
hands
semis.
up.
You individually played insane.
Waist
But
level.
let's go back to Ancient. You guys seem to have their number, especially in the second half. What was the preparation going into that map? You obviously knew you were going to pick it. And what was the game plan? Did you exploit something that we can hear here?
I mean, of course, we did some anti-strat on him. I'm not going to say exactly what, but of course, Blame F was a big part of anti-stratting them and making a good game plan. And I think everyone was good at talking and had some really great individual rounds. So yeah, it worked out great.
How useful was for you to have a device next to you, and in the last couple of months and everything that has been going on, his presence, obviously he's one of the GOATs, and his experience and knowledge about the game, how did it affect you individually as a player, young player?
I mean, obviously it gives a good confidence boost to have him in my corner and cheering me up, hyping me up. Yeah, like I said, just it feels great and comfortable in Astralis right now. So yeah.
Wow.
You guys haven't been together for all that much. I mean, you're still a relatively young team, new team. What is the
I didn't even
secret
catch
that you
what
guys are
Devices
already
was.
so good so early on?
I mean, I think we are trying really to focus on like
Cloud9, man, they've been around
with
for
the team
ages.
and not thinking about like we have to make this result.
Cloud9
right now,
has
just
to
thinking,
be
like, if we're gonna
at
do
least
it, we're gonna
20
do it,
years
but if
old,
not,
right?
We're still in the progress. It's very early, so I think that removes a lot of pressure. And obviously, we have some good players on the team. So yeah.
So, I mean, you're winning the whole event for Device, right? Isn't that kind of like the idea?
What, sir?
You're winning the whole event so Device can finally
You
lift
hear
the trophy
that?
here? Is that what we're doing?
Exactly.
What,
that's,
sir?
That's the thing we're
You
doing.
hear that?
I figured I would ask, because after that, I'm going to have to ask if you're keen to watch, say, round 20 and pick it up from there. What do you think, Yenko?
Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
Yeah, let's roll it. Let's roll round 20.
Okay.
You guys want to get pretext?
Yeah, let's just get it rolling. There's been a lot of rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this was like the round where you obviously got a double entry real quick as you were faking the B bomb sites, right? Like, was this just you got the call, hey, we're going A, you just go run and get 2 kills?
No, actually, it was a bit before that. It was a pretty good call from Blame. He was like, we're going to do some pressure B, I think. And he was like, if we see the AWP B, you're just going to aim A. And so we did, like, I think we had mid, I'm not too sure. But yeah, we heard the AWP B, and then everyone just aimed A. And
so basically, you used the timing after the first kill, the call came out, let's push on an A, and you got the second kill, and then, you know, we saw what happened afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, why we stop with just round 20, guys? I mean, look, they've been picking out rounds all afternoon. It's left and right, good night, with Buzz one tapping across, you know, the entirety of every map in the server. But let's load up with round 23.
Well, this one is more about the call in itself, because this is a freeze time call. It's when you guys did the fast A split, right, from spawn. So it was just an example of another great call, a great read by Blame, because, again, you can see with the positioning, you guys are going to get the fast trades, and that's it. It's round over. Like, tell us a little bit about Blame and his process, because you guys have all been giving him a lot of praise.
Yeah, I mean,
Really, like he did a
praise,
squat
he's
jump.
also really working hard to make
smoke.
it work. He's using a lot of time on like making sure everything on the map connects and making sure people are comfortable. And yeah, of course, he has some really good reads. So.
You guys feeling good about that?
Yeah.
So I was trying to put some other things are going on here.
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock over there.
I understand there's a bunch of Danes that came
yeah.
all the way from Denmark on buses. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, some of my family came as well. So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, we have the Danish corner, so we appreciate that.
I imagine this is an experience and a half for your parents as
We're
well,
almost
right?
10.
Like for your family.
Yeah.
That's got to be a wild one. Anything you want to say before we get you out of here?
It was almost 10 o'clock there.
I
It's
mean,
crazy.
I'm glad they're coming all the way from Denmark to support and watch us in the arena. It means a lot. And just want to say well played to my team.
I just read the Cathedral of Counter-Strike. I absolutely adore that.
Thank you very much, Buzz. In doing so, though, I want to turn our attention to the DHL MVP.
Had beer in my mouth the whole time. Getting it.
Yes, there we go.
That's
Okay,
a
yes,
jam.
now is the time for you to use those Twitch channel points and get your vote in. That's right, it's the DHL MVP. We've got a few candidates right here.
Oh,
We'll
yeah,
try
we can
to
get on
wrap
that.
up some of the loose ends. Perhaps you're just joining us. Maybe you didn't get to see the entirety of the match. But again, use your Twitch channel points, and then at the conclusion of the tournament, we will catch up with the winner of the vote. Now, I don't know, sometimes we get weird votes, and we end up with people who aren't in the finals, but I'm just saying that's above my pay grade, and there's a lot to look over here.
Yeah,
I didn't do
absolutely.
it.
I think
Wasn't me.
Buzz was the highest rated player of the series. Like, he had more kills,
I
he was
mean,
higher rated than Device. And
I'll
Device had such
say-
an incredible map one. I'm just impressed by this kid, man. Like, he's already had a couple games, even now on stage against Heroic, to
On
play
Device,
so
bro.
incredibly well. Astralis is going to be scary in that case.
Yeah, the thing is, like, this kid, maybe. Okay.
I mean, Blame had some.
So with this kid, we didn't really expect
Some
to
serious
go
moments.
the way he did. I'm sorry.
What are you doing? Stop pressing the buttons.
I'm not doing anything.
There's one button there. It's red.
What are you
Don't press
doing?
it.
Stop
It's simple
pressing the
concept. Anyway, carry on.
You always want to press the red button when you see it.
Got a red button for you right here. Yeah, anyway, Twitch channel points, use those. We got Device, Buzz, Thayer, Blame F, and Cadian. Obviously, for Heroic, this is the end of the line. What do you think they get from this, other than an L?
A roster change.
Absolutely.
Okay, okay.
I said it, like, I mean, when we talked about it, I think if they, especially if it's against Astralis, doesn't matter how well they're playing, like, I think that's like the breaking point, because CS2 is around the corner. At some point, you have to just realize you gave this lineup all the time they need, right? Like, there's been multiple
ESL
stage
sponsored by
games,
DHL.
grand finals, all of
It
that
ain't
stuff.
DSL.
Again, I don't even want to point fingers and say, oh, Stan had this, Stan had that. Like, it's more than just Stan, and like that he needs to do more. I think there's some deeper issues with this team, and at this point, I feel like the only way they can make it better is that they make a roster change.
Well, I don't want to cut you off here, Kasad, even though I do thoroughly enjoy it. I'm actually hearing that we can't hear from Cadian right now, so let's do that. Let's hear what they've got to say on the back end of that loss.
For Heroic, Cologne ends here, and Cadian, the first thing we have to look at is this felt like, at least on Ancient, right, that there was a good fight in the first half. Then there's T side they played, your CT side. It didn't feel like the same Heroic to me. What was it from your eyes?
Yeah, I think we definitely felt pressured on many parts of the map at the same time. It's something we sometimes experience in practice.
O2 Cialis.
And, yeah, like I tried to explain to the boys, they are just 5 players, right? So there cannot be 3B and 2 in Fs and 2 in middle. Have to do the calculation right, and today we were just very off with that, so yeah.
Where the hell am I at now?
It seemed to me, and it was said when they were doing like the halftime check-ins, that they kind of figured you guys out. Is it what it felt like, or is that too strong?
I think that, you know, there's a lot of things I want to address privately within the team before I want to talk about them publicly, so yeah.
That makes very much sense, and I respect it. Do you feel like there was extra pressure in a game like this compared to even grand finals you've been in, because it's this Danish derby? Was that affecting it at all?
Extra pressure, yeah. Compared to grand finals, no. I mean, obviously it is a spicy matchup. There's no denying that we really want to beat Astralis. Matter of the fact is today they were better. That's the name of the story. There's no saying anything else than that. And we got to work. We got to figure out how to be better. I think there's a lot of things where, yeah, we need to get way better.
I have no idea where that's supposed to be.
Okay, this is potentially the last big event.
You're sending me pictures of me, like AI images of me in different places. Like, what?
Hard. You're gonna have some amazing moments.
I can't tell if it's supposed to be us.
Oof, I
Like
wish
a
I had
soccer
many good words to say
stadium
right now,
or
because
a
like you said,
racetrack?
The journey for us the last couple of years have
Which
been
one is it?
amazing, but obviously the ending right now is freaking horrible. You know, we should never lose to a team with 3 such inexperienced players with a new roster. It's really bad.
Thank you very much, Kaden.
Well, he says it's very bad, and I guess being eliminated is pretty damn bad.
I respect the fact that he's gonna keep this thing privately until he sorted it out in the team, right? And you know, then it's gonna, you know, go public and whatever, like whatever happens after that, right? But I want them to, you know, discuss that internally and see what happens. But I don't really like him saying like we shouldn't lose. Yes, you should lose against a team with 3 rookies when you play like that on a stage in front of 10,000 people.
Oh,
right?
it's
You
a
should
marina.
definitely lose. But
Those are
overall,
boats.
another disappointment from Heroic, and we should look at the brighter things, right? Astralis did play well, Buzz did play well, Device played well.
We'll talk about Astralis tomorrow too. I think I honestly cannot see this Heroic lineup continuing as is.
Okay.
I think that maybe they're playing Gamers 8 around the corner, so maybe not change it so soon, right? But I think coming into CS2, you don't see these 5 players playing together. I feel like, because if your goal is to lift trophies and you're already playing on a high level, then you need to do something about it. We see other teams getting better, right? Upgrading, like coming into CS2, there's going to be a lot of dangerous rosters, and I feel like this
My hair in that picture look like I got way more hair than it looks
has
like.
ran its course.
Yeah, it kind of does, you know.
I look like
sadly
Van
run its course
Helsing
at a
out
certain
here.
time. We talk about them being the bridesmaid all the time, and they didn't even make it that far.
Ooh,
Hell, didn't
they
even catch the
collaged
bouquet
them.
Here, so,
now they just crashed the wedding field.
Yeah, the wedding crasher, yeah.
The library
let's take
one's
a look
pretty
at the
cool.
brackets. This is the playoffs, so things, well, they've taken a different shape. Obviously, the best of the best are here in Cologne with us. And if we look at the eliminated teams, Cloud9 and Heroic will be topping that list. However, Vitality Astralis finding success today. They then move forward, and check that out.
Yeah, I mean, incredible, vitality, all the hype around Cloud9 and Exile arriving. Thank you very much. We still got the job done. Was a close affair, and then obviously the shocker we had just now, that sets us up for a rematch between G2 and Astralis. That was the opening game of Group B. Astralis very much in it, could have won that series easily, and then on the other side of things,
World Tour
versus ENCE. ENCE beat Vitality in a couple of very important series. One at Pro League, one at the Rio Major as well, so definitely looking for revenge, the Vitality guys.
Yeah, ENCE hot to trot. Kasad, look at just look what you have in front of you for semis.
Saturday, tomorrow, 3:30, you have ENCE, who play the best Counter-Strike on the tournament so far against Vitality. You know that the main favorites.
Tomorrow.
We have the second team that play the best Counter-Strike. That's G2 against Astralis, who dominated today. Both of these semifinals are going to deliver 100%.
What's going to happen to you guys when G2 gets beat by Astralis tomorrow?
I don't know. It's going to be tough. No, but in all reality, I was more scared for G2 to play Astralis than to play Heroic.
Yeah.
Because they have Heroic's number on the stage and all that stuff, and Astralis are just looking, man, they're looking really good. They're playing really good Counter-Strike, and then the individuals are also, you have Buzz playing like his, I don't know who, like Magisk in that whole Astralis lineup, just delivering numbers, playing with really good calls, Device being Device. It's like, yeah, if they can play like this, they can actually match up against G2.
Yeah, but that does it for our matchups today. Kasad, I thank you, but I thank you the most, Yanko, and of course, well, Kasad, like I said. Tomorrow, we got semifinals, and this is going to be the place to be. It starts at 3:30 local, but that does it for us here today. We got to clean this arena up.
Don't forget, be here. I will.
Have to get some of the stuff off the floor. I am absolutely not doing that, but I can tell you one damn thing.
Kasad will do it.
Kasad might, and it's time for us to go. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Appreciate y'all for hanging out. Hope you had fun. I did. See you tomorrow.